This is a live presentation of the Ticats Audio Network. Are you ready? Ticats football is on the air.
Touchdown, Tiger Cats! Caught it! It's a touchdown!
Number 17, Luke Tasker, what a catch!
Now the voice of the Tiger Cats. Here is RJ Broadhead with analyst Luke Tasker.
Good evening. The Tiger Cats are in the nation's capital to take on the Ottawa Redblacks. Huge game as the Tiger Cats take on a team below them in the standings. And tonight's game will take us to the 2/3 mark of the season. So there'll only be 6 games remaining after this. And it is interesting to see where the Tiger Cats will end up. Feels like we were just here, Luke, in the broadcast booth, all set to call the Labor Day Classic only a few days later. 2 games in 5 days, and it sounds even worse when you say 3 rest days. Ottawa's had 11 rest days. That's a big difference for the Tiger Cats. Can you spin a positive on that in any way for Hamilton?
Yeah, I'll do my best, but 3 rest days, it just disappears. I mean, these guys feel like they were just on the field after a very disappointing Labor Day loss at Tim Hortons Field. But along with that 3 rest days, yes, physically it's very hard. There's guaranteed some Ticat players out there physically are kind of worried a little bit, or got to get some of those early first quarter plays out of the way. But mentally, you kind of can get right back in it sharp. It feels like, it's almost just like taking the field the next day for another practice, And so
you just played a really intense practice, basically. On
pretty much, yeah, exactly. And then got on an airplane and prepared for a new team. And we talked about in the weekly content leading up to this on the Ticats Audio Network that one of the things that always was on my mind in a situation like this is that when the Ticats were on the field for the Labor Day Classic, Ottawa had been thinking about them and practicing for them already. They were midweek prepping for the Ticats, so that's kind of hard. You just start turning the page, and it's like, oh, okay, who do we play next? Okay, it's Ottawa. Well, Ottawa's been getting ready for you for multiple days already, and so that's the setting, that's the reality as they get ready to coin toss here in Ottawa. But great opportunity for the Ticats. I'm specifically interested and excited to watch this Ticat defense, who's going up against Ottawa offense that's struggling sort of across the board. They've had real difficulty, specifically in the pass game, and in the run at times too. And this Ticat defense, we saw some very good play in the Labor Day Classic, even though that game ended up in a really bad loss. I think we're going to see a Ticat defense that's going to look impressive tonight.
And they've been very good against Ottawa. They've won 9 in a row this season. They haven't allowed Ottawa more than 13 points in a game, and they put a stop to Dustin Crum's run when he first came into the league. He was putting together some wins for the Redblacks, and it was a great defensive strategy by the Tiger Cats to limit what he could do. We're going to see a couple of former Tiger Cats as receivers. Of course, Jalen Acklin, but Braylon Addison is back, and he'll be wearing number 0 for the Ottawa Redblacks, and he's a guy who was loved as a Tiger Cat, and really probably the only reason he isn't in Hamilton is because of injuries.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And Sean Burke and the Redblack staff picking him up in the offseason and betting on him to come back healthy, and now tonight's the night for Braylon. And just I can't speak highly enough about him as a player. Really impressive. When he's healthy, he can be the best receiver in the league. He really can. He's that kind of guy, and he's been unfortunately plagued with injuries. We'll see. You just hope that he can just stay healthy. We saw last year, RJ. I mean, I can see it right now. You and I calling the game here at Tim Hortons, or at home in Tim Hortons Field, and when Braylon Addison coming back from an injury and then having an unbelievable first half to get re-injured again. And it's just a tough sport, demanding on players' bodies, and that was heartbreaking. And so I hope nothing but health for Braylon Addison and his teammate Jalen Acklin.
Hamilton, it's your choice.
We'll see here. We'll tune in for the
let's have a listen to the coin toss. Referees Tom Valesi.
It is a head. You've won the toss. You want the ball? Which end would you like to kick from? Switch it up. Hamilton will be receiving down here. Have a great game, captains.
So you can hear Simone's voice making the call, and Hamilton will receive. And I think that's a good decision. Get the offense out there, try to strike first. What do you think, Luke?
There you go. Yeah, kind of always the more aggressive of the decisions. I think deferring is sort of the almost the default coin toss decision at this in the way the league is right now. And when you go out there and you just say no, we want the ball right away. I like it. You kind of put the bet on yourself. Give your offense the ball and try to get points right away.
Well, in a short week too, and Taylor Powell coming off some career high numbers. They're season high, but in his rookie year, they're all career highs. So he had 30 completions, 296 yards, 3 touchdowns, and that's definitely something to build on. Terry Godwin, he got going in the touchdown column and didn't get one. His first CFL touchdown, got 2. Tim White continues to produce, and James Butler is a guy we should expect to see a lot of and talk about a lot tonight, Luke?
I think so. The last 3 games, his productivity has started to become a way bigger part of the Ticat offense than it was in the first part of the season, where we kind of saw him in spurts right through that first 6 games, first half of the season, and now he's really a crucial part of each game plan. In the games that the Ticats have played their best, their run game has been on, and in a season plagued with quarterback injuries, it's much more difficult to just rely on great passing game to win every football game. James Butler would be very excited to see him have another 100-yard game tonight here for the Ticats.
Well, I know I'd feel safe with the 2 tackles the Tiger Cats have, and Joel Figueroa, who came back into the lineup after injury and was outstanding, 6'6", 320, and Jordan Murray will be at right tackle, and he's 6'9", 330, and it's been something that the Tiger Cats have been trying to solidify all season because of injuries, and it looks like this offensive line is pretty good tonight. Yep,
they've got a good lineup in there. And Joel Figueroa last week, you saw, and I remember seeing this when he was in his first stint with the Ticats early in my career. If you get caught in a vulnerable position and you're rushing against Figueroa, you're going to end up on your back. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Some of just the sudden arm straight arms that he can give rushing defenders, and saw some of that last week. And now you've got Jordan Murray, tallest guy on the field, out to the other side on the right tackle, and you got to think Taylor Powell probably he's getting better each week. Now you've got your offensive line straightened out, you've got your running game working. I wonder if we're going to see the best performance from Taylor Powell in his young career as well.
Well, that's been something. He's been under a lot of pressure, and we saw it against, the last few teams, really. Argos had 5 sacks on Monday. Jordan Murray was not in that game. We'll see if that improves tonight. And Ottawa can certainly get after the quarterback. So the offensive line will have their work cut out for them. And not turning the ball over is a big key, too. Ottawa has the most takeaways in the league this season. Yeah. So that's an interesting statistic. Also that Coach O has never lost to Ottawa, and Bob Dice has never beaten Hamilton.
9-0 Orlando Steinauer against Ottawa. Very impressive. And Ottawa, a losing team, but +5 in their turnover ratio. We'll see if Taylor Powell can keep a track record of protecting the football.
They do have 16 interceptions, the Redblacks. 6 of them have come against the Tiger Cats, so Hamilton will try to limit that. Richie Leone, we saw this with the Tiger Cats on Monday. He's the punter. He's taking kickoff duties. Tyreek McAllister leads the league in kickoff return average. He's across the 30, across the 35, and brought down just a little bit short of the 40-yard line on that far sideline.
Yeah, Hamilton has a team best average return yards coming into this game. We saw an explosive return from McAllister in the Labor Day Classic. He's had a few this year. Man, you'd hope to see it. We've kind of been dying for a game to see that Ticat special teams put points on the board.
Taylor Powell comes into this game fresh off throwing 3 touchdowns against the Argos. His completion percentage this season is 70.1%. That's second in the CFL. Starting on the far hash mark on their own 37-yard line. Tiger Cats in the white tops, gold pants. Play action. Powell throws to a wide open Keandre Smith along that far sideline. He tries to spin to get a couple of extra yards, and it's pretty productive, about 7.
Yeah, great job by Keandre Smith, who was right. His heels were right at that sidelines there, but he secured the catch and stayed in bounds and got an extra, 3-4 yards there for a favorable second down.
Tiger Cats, last time they wore their white tops and gold pants was that victory in Ottawa, and they're back at TD Place trying to get another victory. We're just underway in the 12th game of the season for the Tiger Cats. It's a 2nd and 3. Handoff goes to James Butler, and Ottawa was waiting for that. They don't give Butler anything. And the punt team comes on immediately for Hamilton.
Yeah, never want to start with a 2-and-out for your offensive game plan there, but 4 receivers to the left side, and Ottawa brought pressure from that defensive secondary, and that was stopped, well short in the backfield there.
That was Jovan Santos-Knox. He had 10 tackles in Ottawa's last game, and he was waiting. His job was to definitely stop James Butler if he got the ball, and he did. Corey Vedvik standing at his own 29-yard line. Lots of time to get this punt away. A high punt, a good one too. That's going to send Tobias Harris back to his own 10. Actually, it's Brandon Dandridge who gets it, and he got to about the 15, spun back, and then was tackled. Only a 4-yard return after a 56-yard punt.
Wow, that is different from what we saw 5 days ago in the Labor Day Classic. That was probably one of the weakest categories in the Ticats' efforts on Labor Day, was that punt team. Really suffered both in punting distance and in net punting, and that was a 52-yard net punt, which is well above your league averages and Ticat average.
So mention that Taylor Powell had the best, second best completion percentage. It's Dustin Crum who has the best completion percentage in the CFL at 70.2, just 0.1% better than Powell. They try to keep it on the ground immediately. Devontae Williams goes straight ahead, and Malik Carney in on that tackle, limiting the Ottawa running back to a couple of yards. Pretty nice day. Not like Monday, that was the hottest day of the year. It's now 18 degrees, about a 12-kilometer wind out of the northwest. Redblacks in all black with the red socks. They're going from left to right. They're on their own 19. Dustin Crum, 2nd and 7 here. He's under pressure, stays in the pocket, throws deep. Yep. It's picked off. Stavros Katsantonis has his 3rd of the season and 2nd in as many games. And he returns it and wisely goes down, hangs onto the football, and a great turnover by the Tiger Cats defense. Good start for the D. We expected them to have a big game, and they've started well. Katsantonis the pick. Offense is coming back on the field when we come back. There's no score early in Ottawa. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Stavros Katsantonis does it again. His 3rd interception of the season. He's now tied for the team lead with Richard Leonard, and that gets the ball back for the Tiger Cats with 12:19 to go in the opening quarter. Tiger Cats started with a 2-and-out, and then Dustin Crum throws the interception, and all of a sudden the Tiger Cats are in business here, Luke. They're on the Ottawa 41. Taylor Powell has James Butler just to his right. 3 receivers to the field side, including Omar Bayless, who's wearing number 8. He had a great training camp with the Tiger Cats. He's been on the practice roster. Handoff goes to James Butler. He started up the middle, didn't like what he saw, cut to his left, and he will be very close to a 1st down on that run.
Wow. Abdul Kane is just sent airborne at the end of this run. James Butler lowering his shoulder after a 10-yard, head start there for nearly a 1st down. Physical running and a great start to this drive here. This is like the inverse of what we watched the start of the game for the Labor Day Classic, where now it's the Ticats with excellent field position early in the game.
Here's your play, Luke. 2nd and 1. Taylor Powell's in. He's under center. Movement from Terry Godwin, and they're going to pass. Taylor Powell drops back. He's looking deep down the near sideline. And it was intended for Godwin, but it was knocked away by Brandon Dandridge. So Ottawa was not fooled.
Scott Milanovich, I love that. I've talked about it all season. Well, for all 3 years of the Ticats Audio Network, that 2nd and short is so often, in my opinion, a missed opportunity, and you might as well give a guy at least a chance. Honestly, great job by Terry Godwin to eliminate the possibility of an interception there and take the risk out of that play.
So now it is 3rd and short. Kai Loxley in at quarterback. He's under center, and he goes a little bit to his left following Brandon Revenberg, and looks like he's got enough for the first down. We're still waiting for the official call. There it is. It is a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Yeah, great play. It was Tim White and Terry Godwin who ran a little sort of stutter block and then pass concept on that sort of fake short yardage situation. But there you go. Fresh set of downs after making the most of it on 3rd down.
Down to the Ottawa 30. Great field position courtesy of the defense. Stavros Katsantonis had the interception. Tiger Cats trying to get some points, trying to score first in this game. High snap. Powell able to bring it down and got it to James Butler, who tiptoes his way across the 30 down to the 25.
Well, James Butler already involved on every set of downs in the game for this Ticat offense so far. You saw that Ottawa defense put a stop on the first drive of the game, stopping James Butler in the backfield, and since then it's been a very good-looking running attack here from the Ticats.
Now on the Ottawa 25, 2nd and 5 here for the Cats. Taylor Powell, 5 receivers to his right. He throws to his left, intended for Terry Godwin. Dandridge was right on him, and it's incomplete, and Godwin got up with a curious motion, almost like he thought there should have been a flag.
Yeah, really close, kind of bang, bang. Honestly, I'm going to say it's pretty good coverage there by Dandridge, who gets his arm in front of the ball without really knocking Terry Godwin's body or hands out of the way. Pretty good defensive play there to end that drive.
So the Tiger Cats can't get it into the end zone off the turnover, but Mark Leggio steps up to try to get 3 points. This is a 32-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it's good. Mark Leggio good from 32 yards. He's hit his last 3 in a row, and the Tiger Cats score first in Ottawa. It's 3-0 Tiger Cats, taking advantage of the Stavros Katsantonis interception. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. Tiger Cats score first, a Mark Leggio 32-yard field goal following that Stavros Katsantonis interception. It's a 3-0 lead in Ottawa. Good start for the Tiger Cats with 3 days rest. Ottawa's offense back on the field. Dustin Crum has attempted one pass, and that was picked off. Let's see what happens here. Ottawa will start from their own 40 on the far hash mark. 2 receivers to the boundary side. That's to the left of Dustin Crum. Handoff goes to Devontae Williams, and the Tiger Cats aren't giving him anything on the ground. Run defense has been solid early in this game. Williams ends up in the arms of Malik Carney.
Well, Casey Sales in there. We've started talking about him a lot more in this sort of second 6-game series of through this season. Racked up a few sacks, some big plays. He was very involved in the end of this game in Ottawa when Hamilton came away with a victory after a negative turnover ratio in a very bizarre game. Big stop there as well.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Ottawa on their own 43. From delayed handoff to Williams. He's going to get the first down and more. He's across midfield, across the Hamilton 50, across the Hamilton 45, and finally brought down.
Well, they got a great look for a running back screen there. Hamilton showed a 3-man front, and everybody got depth in that secondary as they were expecting that 2nd down pass play. And Devontae Williams was left with not much stopping him from getting that first down.
23 yards, and now Ottawa is in Hamilton territory on the Hamilton 44. Crum, empty backfield. He'll swing a pass to Justin Hardy, who throws it, and Richard Leonard almost picked it off. 2nd game in a row where a non-quarterback has attempted a deep throw against the quarterback, against the Tiger Cats.
Right.
It didn't work this time.
Yes, of course, last week in the Labor Day Classic, A.J. Ouellette throwing a touchdown pass with great pomp and effect. And this time, a near offensive pass interference, I thought. Richard Leonard maintained great coverage after, what appeared like a running back, or excuse me, a pass in the backfield turned into a double pass.
Good throw by Hardy. It was right there. Pretty good arm. 2nd and 10 from the Hamilton 44. Little pass to Williams, and he just dropped it in there, and Williams was well on his way, and Carthel Flowers Lloyd was out there to make that tackle for the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, really quick designed pass out of the backfield. That's just schemed. That's preparation and strategy, saying they can get their number 31 Devontae Williams the edge with that quick pass play out there, and sure enough, explosive gain.
Carthel Flowers Lloyd, the special teams expert. He was flying and tracked down Williams, but Ottawa in good position. They're on the Hamilton 17. They fake the handoff to Williams this time, and Crum will throw that into the turf.
Great job covering that down by the Hamilton secondary. You could just see every single black shirt out there matched up very tightly with a white and yellow uniform. Mark Washington just taking all the space out immediately. If you get sliced by that running back swing pass and that easy answer for Crum, and that time Washington says no more easy answers.
2nd and 10 from the Hamilton 17. Defense trying for a stop here, trying to get some pressure on Crum, and now he's on the move. He's down to the 10, spinning around, not going down, and Casey Sales actually makes the tackle, hitting Crum in the back and knocking him down as he refused to hit the turf.
Again, a 3-man rush from the Hamilton defense. As they bring pressure, and they do, they really get in and disrupt that pocket. The trouble is, when Crum escapes, there's too few guys there to get their hands on him as he tries to escape the pocket, and he's able to get a nice gain to put a very short 30-yardage situation here.
A lot of this has been on the ground. Short pass to the running back. It's been productive for the Redblacks. They've got themselves inside the Hamilton 10. They're on the Hamilton 8. It's a 3rd and 1. Tyrell Pigram comes in. He's under center. He'll dart to the right, dive ahead, and he'll be close to the 5-yard line. So that dive ends up being almost 3 yards. So that will be a 1st and goal coming up for Ottawa from right around the Hamilton 5-yard line.
Yeah, nicely executed short yardage there. They had an unbalanced, overloaded offensive set to the right side, and it probably goes without, not a lot of people probably don't think there's much strategy in that short yardage situation, but you'd be so surprised how much time is spent planning on it. Teams practice it, and there's different ways of doing that. That was a unique one there by the Redblacks.
Tiger Cats lead 3-0, but the Redblacks have a 1st and goal from the Hamilton 5. 7 plays on this drive, 65 yards. They started on their own 40. Handoff goes to Williams. Tiger Cats might have him for a loss. Malik Carney leaps and brings him down outside the 10. So pushes the Ottawa back about 7 yards.
That was true old-fashioned cover zero. At one point in the league, it was sort of a trend. There was teams that were running cover zero 100% of the time inside of the 10-yard line. It was just the thing to do. I think that a lot of defenses have gotten away from it and have left some safeties, some low zone players. Ticats right there, Mark Washington, old school cover zero, and it is hard to run into 7 blitzing Ticats.
So whistles go before this ball can be snapped. I don't see a flag. I think we're good to go now. 4:27 to go in the opening quarter. Tiger Cats lead 3-0, but Ottawa in a pretty good spot here. 2nd and goal. They were just pushed back to the Hamilton 12. From 3 receivers to his left, the field side. He'll drop back, throws over the middle. It's incomplete. And the Tiger Cats will take a field goal here. That's better than a touchdown after how Ottawa moved this ball down the field. To make them settle for 3 is a bit of a win.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Ottawa put together a very nice drive after being stopped on the first play, by the way. They overcame a fairly difficult 2nd down there to start the drive, and a couple big chunks down the field. And as they pressed into the end zone there, what a 2nd down stop that was. 1st down tackle for a loss by the Ticats defense.
Lewis Ward just inside the right upright. It is good. So each team has a field goal. It's 3-3 with 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the opening quarter in Ottawa. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Tiger Cats are in Ottawa. Important game in the East Division. Tiger Cats sit 2 points ahead of the Redblacks. They do have the tiebreaker, so Ottawa would have to finish out right ahead of Hamilton, and they know it. This is the last meeting of the regular season. RJ Broadhead and Luke Tasker with you. Quick turnaround for the Tiger Cats. Played on Monday in the Labor Day Classic. Here they are on Friday in the nation's capital. Fake handoff to James Butler. Powell under pressure, and he was hit as he threw, and the ball goes incomplete. And Taylor Powell is down.
Well, I liked what he was thinking. He was stepping up in the pocket and saw Tim White on a very deep curl route in the seam. It was like an 18-yard curl route. He had won the route and was going to come back and meet that ball, but Taylor Powell gets rolled up on right after releasing the ball. Looks like it was Lorenzo Malden who will get credit for, well, a quarterback hurry up, I suppose.
This is awful news for the Tiger Cats. Another quarterback hurt. Taylor Powell being looked at right now. Matt Schultz is in uniform. He's listed as the third-string quarterback. Looking at the sideline, Luke, it appears Kai Loxley is the one warming up for the Tiger Cats. He's in there as the backup quarterback. We've seen him recently as the short yardage quarterback. We've seen him as a receiver as well.
Let's see. I mean, Powell's sitting up on the turf, and they're helping him to his feet now, and he's going to jog off. So he'll have to leave the game. I believe it's 3 plays. He'll have to leave the game, being that the training staff had to come onto the field, and play was stopped. But that's unfortunate for this drive. Not easy to take the field and to keep a drive alive as being Kai Loxley. Maybe it's even harder wearing number 89. I don't know.
Well, Bo Levi Mitchell. Last time we saw him was at TD Place against Ottawa. Second last play of the game. Now Taylor Powell hurt, although he did look good running off the field, so we'll see if he comes back. Kai Loxley, a 2nd and 10 from the Hamilton 40. Let's see what he has in store. He's going to pass. He throws, and boy, it was intended for Tyreek McAllister. It was tipped by Ottawa, went up in the air for what seemed like a long time, but it pounced harmlessly to the turf, incomplete.
Yeah, just an unfortunate 2 and out for this Ticat offense. You'd love to answer back that very long and successful drive from Ottawa with one of your own, but we'll see if Vedvik can flip this field like he did earlier this game with a very long punt that was 52-yard net earlier.
Minimal wind, 12-kilometer wind out of the northwest. Vedvik standing on his own 26-yard line. Brendan Dandridge back for the Redblacks. Vedvik again, lots of time to get this punt away. Pretty good. Dandridge gets it at his own 23. Starts running to his right, has a bit of a hole. He's slowed down, and then finally caught and tackled by Lawrence Woods. The speedy Lawrence Woods came over to complete that special teams tackle, but a good return by Dandridge up across the 40. It is Hamilton 3 and Ottawa 3 with 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. We'll return on the Ticats Audio Network. Tiger Cats defense back on the field. Good return by Brandon Dandridge. Has the ball up to the Ottawa 43. That's where they'll begin this drive, and they moved the ball pretty well on their last drive that led to a field goal. This game is tied at 3. We're late in the opening quarter. Dustin Crum makes the handoff. He's throwing deep down the far sideline, and it's caught. It is caught by Shaq Evans. And he's out of bounds down inside the 25. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 24 or 23-yard line of the Tiger Cats. Big play, Ottawa.
Well, after what was a very poor decision on the interception early this game by Crum, that was a very well thrown deep ball. I mean, that dropped right over the outside shoulder the exact way you practice it when there's no defense on the field. I mean, really well done, perfectly thrown ball by Crum.
Ball is on the Hamilton 23 after the explosive play from the Redblacks. Another play action to Williams. They've established the run on the last drive, and now they'll try to make something happen with a short pass, and Tunde Adeleke wasn't about to let that happen. Pass was caught by Devon Smith, and he'll have a minimal gain.
Well, again, now this Ticat defense threatens once again to stop a Red-Black drive on this next play after an explosive play. That last drive by Ottawa was very impressive, and it was the defense who ended up coming up with the last big play, you could say. Ottawa has the fewest big play in the passing game of any team in the CFL, and man, they're not calling a game that is in line with struggling with that. I mean, they are attacking down the field with mixed results, but at this point they are deep into Ticat territory.
They came into this game 9 plays of 30 or more yards in 11 games. That last one was 44 yards. Brings up a second down here inside the red zone. The ball is on the Hamilton 17-yard line. It's a 2nd and 4. Dustin Crum in the shotgun. Roll pass. Completes it to Nate Bahar, who gets away from Chris Edwards. The 5, he got down to the 1, and Stavros Katsantonis put up a wall, threw a big hit, and kept Bahar out of the end zone. That big hit was brought to you by my insurance broker.
Yeah, great job by Katsantonis. Unfortunately, it was after a really impressive run by Bahar, breaking a tackle on Chris Edwards, who was the Ticat in coverage there. And it is a fresh set of downs on the 2-1 yard line of the Ticats here.
So 1st and goal from the 1. Tyrell Pigram. He comes in. He's been the short yardage quarterback since he was picked up from Ottawa. Pigram has 3 touchdowns this season. And this is a long one. He's under center and goes straight ahead. And he's still pushing. Tiger Cats don't let him in. So they stop him once. Couple more times to go if they're going to keep Ottawa out of the end zone. You'd have to think they'll try 3 times, but a good start for the Tiger Cats defense.
Yep, ball will be reset back to the 1 yard line. Can't be set any closer in the CFL to the goal line, and that was a really great job. We saw this same Ticat defense a few minutes ago allow what looked like 3 or 4 yards on a short yardage situation on Ottawa's last drive. That time, 3 or 4 inches maybe.
Jameer Thurman, a big part of that stop. Pigram under center again. Here we go on 2nd and goal. Pigram, oh, he's dropped the football.
Fumble.
He dropped the football. Now it's a battle to see who comes up with it. Tiger Cats say they have it. They say they have it. Who's got it? We're waiting to see from the officials. No notice from the officials yet. The battle still continuing for that football. Pigram fumbled it, and he's out of that pack right now, so it's up to whoever's left.
Wow, that ball got fumbled and shot down to the turf, like into the scrum. It was very interesting, and I think this is going to be a Ticat football. No. They've called it Ottawa ball, and
Boy, it's so tough to tell in that scrum who's coming up with that football.
Well, they're still arguing with the Ticat defensive lineman here and this refereeing crew about that call. But they've got one more shot at it. What an unbelievable opportunity for this Ticat defense.
So this is it, 3rd and goal. Pigram in again. And we're all set. They dig in.
Different formation.
1. Pigram under center. And he's going to try to the right. He stopped again. He stopped again. They stopped him 3 times from the 1. The Tiger Cats defense did it.
3 straight short yardage attempts and a turnover on downs on the Ticat 1. Mark Washington looking as intense as ever as his defense just did an unbelievably improbable defensive stop there. And now it's Ticats ball on their own 1 yard line, holding points off the board, forcing the turnover on downs. What a victory, and what a moral victory for this Ticat team.
Just wow. We got to take a break. We're done with the first quarter. What an end to the first quarter. A great stop by the defense. It's tied at 3. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. First quarter at TD Place in Ottawa is done, and a big inspirational finish for the Tiger Cats defense in that opening quarter, stopping Hamilton 3 times from the 1 yard line, keeping them out of the end zone, not allowing any points, and almost unfortunate it was the end of the quarter, have a little break, keep that momentum going.
Unbelievable. And you actually can go back to Katsantonis with that big tackle on the 2-yard line.
Yes.
You can say that doesn't matter in the moment, and then 3 plays later, it was enormous, right?
Yes, Katsantonis also has an interception in the game. Taylor Powell's back, by the way, standing a few yards inside his end zone, and James Butler, oh boy, he didn't get much past the one, if anything. He dug that cleat into the turf and avoided getting pushed back into the end zone.
Sort of a strange coincidence on the field, but all of that short yardage activity and all that excitement happened exactly where the incident with Bo Levi Mitchell happened. The exact same hash mark and yard mark of the field is where all that went down. It's sort of a storied place on the turf between these two teams this year. And now the Ticats are struggling to get off of the goal line. Of course, it's the opposite goal line after the change of the quarter, but
it is a problem with this game tied at 3. It's 2nd and 10. The ball's on the Hamilton 1, so Taylor Powell is 3 yards deep in his end zone. 3 receivers to his left. That's the boundary side. And now Tyreek McAllister peels off to the right, the field side.
They're bringing pressure.
Powell looking left, throws left, and completes the pass to Tim White. And it is a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Wow, what a catch. What a big-time play by Tim White. Tim White is 23 completions of his last 26 targets. I mean, he's just having unbelievable success with Taylor Powell at quarterback. And coming off of a big game in the loss on Labor Day, Tim White's performance was one of the bright spots in that game.
Huge catch for Tim White. He came into this game just 29 yards from 700 yards. So there was some question if he had possession of the football and Coach O had the red challenge flag in his pocket. We saw a replay of it, and clearly he did have possession and did have a foot in.
And, you know, the moral victory of the Ticats defense to steal points away from Ottawa, 3 straight stops, that's a moral victory right there to get that first down backed up by this Ticat offense.
Fresh set of downs and a little bit further away from their goal posts, up to their own 13. Hand off to James Butler. He starts slow, finds a little opening. He let those blocks develop ahead of him, and he'll end up with about 6 yards as he rushed up the middle.
Kenna the tackler, Kenna Redblacks. Butler the ball carrier. 6 yards.
So James Butler, it's been hard work to get all the yards he's managed to accumulate so far in this game. But every time he's got the ball in his hands, you just get a feeling something big's going to happen. 2nd and 5. They only gave him 5 yards on that carry. Ball's up to the Hamilton 18. Score is tied at 3. We're early in the second quarter at TD Place in Ottawa. Taylor Powell's going to pass, getting pretty good protection. Throws over the middle. It's a great pass. It's caught by Tim White, and he is tackled in midfield, but he gets the first down. Presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Great route. He's to the left of Taylor Powell in the slot. Great release at the line. Keeps his stem and then catches the slant route across the middle, and that was a first down plus a little bit. That's 2 second down conversions in a row for Tim White.
And that puts Tim White over 700 yards receiving on the season. And the Tiger Cats are moving the ball up to their own 38 now. Taylor Powell, 4 receivers to his left. It's a handoff to James Butler. Breaks 1 tackle, trying to get to the outside, and he just runs out of real estate. He'll get a gain of a couple of yards, but just couldn't get the turn around the outside of the defenders.
Well, it's a great. He kept on the gas and the speed, and he needed to. It looked like there was a chance Ottawa was going to catch him in the backfield for a tackle for a loss, but he is able to steal 3 yards out of that one. We'll see. Is Tim White coming up with a 3rd straight second down conversion here?
See if you're right, Luke. He'll be definitely the guy that Taylor Powell will look at. They've had a lot of chemistry over these last few games. 2nd and 7 from the Hamilton 41. Taylor Powell looked to his left, looked over the middle, and guess who? You are right, Luke. It's Tim White again, and the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down. There's some chemistry developing between these two.
There you go. 3 straight second down conversions. Powell to Tim White. That was the second one that was on Douglas Coleman, the Sam linebacker for the Ottawa Redblacks. And again, it was a slant route, this time from the right side of the offense. That was a 2-man coverage. That's a very difficult pass coverage to pass into, but Tim White with a great move get separation from his man.
This drive started on the Hamilton 1. They're up to their own 53 now, almost to midfield. Play action to James Butler. Taylor Powell throwing deep and intended for Tim White, but it's knocked away by Abdul Kenna.
Well, Tim White again, and unfortunately Taylor Powell flushed out of the pocket a little bit and wasn't totally in a great position to make that throw, but if he could have set his feet, that ball could have been out in front of Tim White a few more yards and might have caught him in stride.
That big play is going to happen for Taylor Powell soon. He's been close so many times. This drive, 7 plays, 52 yards, started on their own 1-yard line. Now up to the 53. It's a 2nd and 10. Taylor Powell back to pass again. Throws over the middle. This time it's incomplete. It was Terry Godwin, the intended receiver, and there was a lot of traffic there.
Yeah, this time Douglas Coleman in coverage is able to break that up, and you almost thought it would have been a pretty impressive catch in traffic there, but Powell puts it into place where Terry Godwin was about to be able to hang on to that. Probably would have taken a shot, but I think you're going to see that connection completed a few times.
Corey Vedvik punting again. High punt. Dandridge gets it at his own 15, gets across the 20 to the outside, and he's brought down there. Bailey Feltmate, a big part of that tackle as well.
Well, think about the chain of events that we just came through here. You've got a huge tackle by Katzentonitz on the goal line, followed by 3 consecutive stops, turnover on downs, and the Ticats are able to flip the field after that with some really impressive second down conversions. That's just good complementary football.
And the defense is coming back on the field for the Tiger Cats. When we come back, it's 3-all in Ottawa. This is the Ticats Audio Network. 10:53 to go in the half. Low scoring half so far, 3-3. Each team has a field goal. Tiger Cats have had a couple of great defensive plays in this game. They have an interception. They stopped Ottawa 3 times from the 1. Here's a pass, Crum to Ackland. And he's trying to get around the outside. He's pushed out of bounds by Javian Elliott. He'll get 5 or 6 on that reception.
That's a lot of the Ottawa passing game. There's a very quick answer. Oftentimes a player kind of leaking out of the box or the backfield for the Redblacks, but they do it to some success. I mean, if you're going to get 6.5, 7 yards on first down, you can win a football game doing that.
2nd and 4 here for the Redblacks. Tiger Cats defense digging in. The ball's on the Ottawa 28-yard line. Dustin Crum has Devontae Williams to his left. Fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, completes it again to Ackland. He's tackled by Tunde Adeleke, but not before he gets an Ottawa first down.
Yeah, there's the slot man for the Ottawa Redblacks doing his slant across the middle for the second down conversion, and Crum putting it right on target. Jalen Ackland, good years in Hamilton, and of course has become a CFL favorite in Ottawa, and the quarterback struggles that Ottawa has had has not helped his year in Ottawa.
Yeah, he's seen a few over the past couple of years. 5 Ottawa's used this year. Crum with time now. He's scrambling, running to his left, heading up the middle. Jonathan Kongbo finally got around his waist and was able to bring him down. Crum does not slide. And we'll see where they spot it. He should have enough for the first down, and he does right at midfield.
Yeah, it's really a good run. I mean, he's does a good job, got a strong upper body. Good job holding on to that football. And as Malik Carney comes in with a hatchet to chop that football out, he brings his arm down on Simone Lawrence's head instead of the football.
Like a whack-a-mole.
Yeah, exactly.
At midfield, fresh set of downs. Crum hands off behind him to Williams, and this is a big run. Malik Carney chased him all the way from the defensive line, but now inside Hamilton territory, the running game's been effective for Ottawa. They're inside the Hamilton 40.
Yeah, you're seeing Devontae Williams with success, runs on the outside, sort of that wide sweeps, little bubble passes. We've seen him have a couple big gains, and really he got that ball to the left side of the Ottawa offense and really wasn't touched until he had gotten yards for the first down.
Ball on the Hamilton 38 on the near hash mark. 3 receivers to the right for Crum. Fakes the handoff, still has it. Chased by Dylan Wynn. Malik Carney there too. Throws it way up in the air, but also way out of bounds. Just getting rid of that football as Carney was closing in.
Ticats with their 2nd and 10 now after having some big chunks of yards eaten up. First by Ackland, then by Devontae Williams, and now they've got a chance to once again put an Ottawa drive to bed here.
Ball's on the Hamilton 38, 2nd and 10. Coming up for the Redblacks. Crum has Williams beside him. He'll be a blocker. Crum throws. Short pass. It's caught by Hardy, who gets pushed into the Hamilton sideline. And it looks like it's going to be short of the first down, but maybe he didn't have possession of it, Luke.
Yeah, I think Javian Elliott was in coverage and then in there on the tackle, but great timing, and he actually breaks up the catch there, forcing the incompletion as Hardy's struggling with the sidelines there. 3rd and 10. Great job again by the Ticat defense.
So they're going to go for a field goal. Lewis Ward. His kick is off the upright. That was a long field goal attempt. 44 yards, and it's off the upright. It's no good. So the Tiger Cats are tied in this football game. They've stopped Ottawa 3 times from the 1, and Ottawa's missed a field goal. So the Tiger Cats, fortunate to be tied with 7:33 to go in the opening half. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network.
The future looks bright, and we think it's the perfect time to fill it with beautiful color. We're the Decorating Centers, your neighborhood Benjamin Moore retailer. Yes, we carry North America's favorite paint, but we're also a small local business, independently owned and a proud member of your community. Visit the Decorating Centers at 256 Ottawa Street North for the very best paint, advice, and service you can use to make your future bright and colorful.
Hey, Ticats fans, come on down to the concession stand and grab a hot and fresh off the grill Denninger's official Tiger Cat sausage, made right here in Hamilton. Add some hot mustard, crispy onions, ketchup. Proudly serving Hamilton since 1954 and supporters of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Now, what are you waiting for? Visit your local Denninger's or Denningers.com. That's Denningers.com.
Hey everybody, Coach O here from your Hamilton Tiger Cats. And listen, tackling a project in your home is easy with a Build It Better coach from Turkstra Lumber. Build It Better is a free membership program that pairs you with a project coach who will help you select the right materials, provide information and resources, and even recommend local trades to help you get your project finished. They've helped thousands of homeowners just like you with projects of all sizes, from a new fence or deck to an entire home renovation. So sign up today at build-it-better.ca, because do it yourself doesn't mean do it alone.
This is the Ticats Audio Network.
Tiger Cats ball as we're getting halfway through the second quarter here, getting close to halftime. A 3-3 football game. Tiger Cats offense will try to get something going. The defense has been very, very good, and a little bit of luck on the 45-yard field goal attempt from Lewis Ward that hit the upright and was no good. Taylor Powell was injured earlier in the game, ran off under his own power. He's in again, and he's developed some chemistry with Tim White. This is a sidearm toss to Terry Godwin. He makes the catch, and it'll be for 3, 4, maybe 5 yards. Looks like they're giving him 5.
Yeah, Godwin got all his depth there on a little hitch route and caught the ball getting tackled, but his foot in the ground at 5 yards, that's just good discipline. Sometimes that's a really hard catch to make, and it doesn't feel like much, but 2nd and 5 feels a lot different than 2nd and 10 or even 2nd and 8.
That's Godwin's first catch of the game. Ball on the Hamilton 35. Powell looks right immediately. Nobody open. Then look left. Now he's scrambling, running to his right. Running, and he throws. Completes the pass to Keandre Smith.
Wow.
He caught it at the sideline, and it is a Tiger Cats first down. Presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
That was that was real evidence of growth from Taylor Powell there. He's outside of the pocket. Lorenzo Malden is in pursuit, but he's not that close. And Powell felt that, and he stayed calm, just kept running, eating up that space and time. And Keandre Smith eventually finds a little gap there on the sidelines. Really great job just being patient and letting that play develop for himself, Taylor Powell.
We've seen that from Keandre Smith over the last few games, too, being a real outlet for Taylor Powell. Play action to Butler, throws over the middle. Tim White reached for it, but it would have been a miraculous one-handed grab. He got a hand on it, but couldn't haul it in. It's incomplete.
Would have been very close. Nice little choice route there. Option route with Tim White and Keandre Smith to the left side in the slot. Very, very close to a reception. Scott Milanovic leaning on the pass game right now.
Tiger Cats on their own 42. It's a 2nd and 10, an important 2nd and 10 in a 3-all ball game. Taylor Powell passing on 2nd and long. He's going to have to run, though. Nobody was open. He gets right to the TD at midfield, and he's hit, knocked down at the 50. He needed to get to the 52, so he's going to be short of that. And short enough that they're not going to be able to go for it. In fact, they'll spot him on the 49, so it's a 3rd and 3. Although Powell's still out there. No. What have the Tiger Cats got planned here?
What?
So they've got Tim White, Omar Bayless, Terry Godwin behind Powell, and he punts the football, and now it's a race for it. Ottawa will let it go out of bounds just inside the 30. Taylor Powell, welcome to the CFL. Little everything.
Yeah, not too bad. Actually, it's going to end up being something like a net 35-yard punt, and might as well try a little trickery there.
Added to the rookies' stats, 3-3 in Ottawa with 5:11 to go in the opening half. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. Great to have you with us. Tiger Cats are in Ottawa. 5:11 to go in the opening half. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. It's a 3-3 football game. Each team has a field goal, and Ottawa begins this drive from their own 28-yard line. Fake handoff to Williams, completed over the middle to an open Justin Hardy, tackled by Stavros Katsantonis, and it's a big play for Ottawa. That'll be a first down, and they'll be close to their own 50.
Yeah, Justin Hardy, big body, strong route runner there, and Javian Elliott came down to disrupt that pass pattern, which he does a little bit, but Hardy stays on track and perfect position for the catch.
Ball on the Ottawa 47. Crum back to pass. He's had some success, but now the pressure comes. He gets away from the first wave. Trey Crawford dives, and Crum throws it away. We've seen that a few times from the Ottawa quarterback. Just gets rid of the ball before the Tiger Cats can get the sack.
Well, the Ticats they've done a good job of getting pressure. They've been disrupting the passing pocket for Crum. And at times you've seen him escape with success. Ability to make the first down at times, but that pressure is going to staying on. It just makes the entire evening difficult for a quarterback when they know they're not going to have time to make a full read through their progression.
Crum breathing heavy after that run. It's a 2nd and 10 again on their 47. Back to pass one more time. Tiger Cats trying to get some pressure. They can't, and it's a high throw intended for Braylon Addison. It's incomplete. There is a flag thrown. Looked like it was thrown late.
First flag of the game, by the way, with 4 minutes left in the first half.
Referee is Tom Valesi.
Pass interference. Hamilton, number 2. Spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Well, that's a tough first penalty. Tunde Adeleke and pass interference, and that puts Ottawa in a really good spot in Hamilton territory.
Yeah, very costly. Great double move there, and that's where Tunde Adeleke is flagged. He has to wrap an arm there around Braylon Addison as he breaks on that double move, and kind of an easy call.
So ball will be on the Hamilton 48. Well, hang on, they moved it back.
I think this is going to get changed to a defensive holding because I think the ball was not in the air when Tunde Adeleke put hands on Braylon Addison. So it happened before the throw.
So this is a better scenario for the Tiger Cats. Be a 5-yard difference.
Still a first down, obviously, for Ottawa when Ticats were about to be able to get them off the field.
So ball just across midfield on the Hamilton 53. Tiger Cats, white tops, gold pants, red blacks, black tops, black pants, red socks. 1st and 10 after the penalty on Tunde Adeleke. First penalty of the football game. Devontae Williams gets the handoff, cuts to the right, then cuts up the middle, he dropped the football. He fumbled the football and the Tiger Cats have it. Stavros Katsantonis, he recovered the fumble. He's got an interception and a fumble recovery in this game, and the defense is having a whale of a first half in Ottawa.
Unbelievable. I mean, they're allowing big plays here and there, and they're always responding with game-changing performances one way or another, whether it be an interception or a fumble or a turnover on downs. I think it was Trey Crawford who came in and forced the fumble, pursuing from that defensive front back, tracking back on Devontae Williams and forcing the ball out. Katsantonis just always in great position to capitalize, and be opportunistic on those mistakes. Unbelievable, the Ticat defense.
Katsantonis so reliable. Another turnover by Ottawa. They didn't have a turnover against Edmonton in their last game. Hamilton takes over on their own 44. James Butler, a stutter step, and he gets a pretty good run as he's able to carry a couple of Redblacks with him. Jovan Santos Knox lost his helmet. That'll be very close to a first down. We'll see where they spot this. And there's the indication. It is first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. So the ball on the Hamilton 54. The Hamilton defense, a quick recap. Stavros Katsantonis, an interception. They stopped Ottawa 3 times from the Hamilton 1-yard line. And now Katsantonis, a fumble recovery on the forced fumble by Trey Crawford. Still 3-3 though. James Butler, he is stuffed right at the 50. So he ran for a first down on the last one. He lost yards on this one.
Wow, that was apparently the perfect defensive call by the Ottawa defense there against this little counter run set up to James Butler, and that's a costly tackle for a loss after a first down by Butler.
We're at the 3-minute warning, 2:36 to go in the half. It's 3-3 in Ottawa. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. Tiger Cats defense, a big story in this opening half. Stavros Katsantonis, the safety, he has been powerful. 4 tackles, he has a fumble recovery and an interception, back-to-back games with an interception. And the most recent was the fumble recovery, and that has the Ticats offense on the field. But James Butler had a 4-yard loss when we went to the 3-minute warning. Let's see if the Tiger Cats can convert a long second down. 2nd and 14 from their own 50. Taylor Powell, 2 receivers to his left. The field side, 3 to the boundary side, throws over the middle, it's caught by Tyreek McAllister. He breaks a couple of tackles, spins, and he should have enough for the first down. He broke those tackles that would have had him short, and he does get the first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. The yak pays off for Tyreek.
Absolutely, the yak. He caught that ball, and it looked like he was going to be tackled by 3 separate guys short of the first down. And just that surprising burst allows him to get enough for the first. Great play by Tyreek McAllister.
Tiger Cats in Ottawa territory on the Redblacks 46. Over 2 minutes to go in the opening half. Looks like the Redblacks are going to put some pressure on Taylor Powell. He might be changing the play. A lot of foot stomping and yelling. Felix Garon-Gauthier, good protection. He throws deep. It's caught. Omar Bayless inside the 5. His first CFL reception is the biggest play of Taylor Powell's career.
What a beautiful play. You're right. Taylor Powell saw what you and I saw, RJ, and that was that the Redblacks were loaded up in the box. They were going to bring pressure, and it's actually a very unique coverage. It's like cover 0. except they drop out and have a little help in the under coverage. But what that makes for is a great opportunity for a deep pass, and Taylor Powell recognizes it and hits number 80 for his introduction to the CFL right down to the goal line.
Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down. The ball is on the Ottawa 2, and Bob Dice throws the challenge flag.
Offensive pass interference at the top of the route.
Challenging for offensive pass interference. We'll review the play.
You don't even have to wait for Tom Valesi.
Well, Omar Bayless, I really think, RJ, and only having watched it live, I really think that this will stand as called on the field as a reception for Bayless. It looked to me like two players sort of equally trying to make a play on the ball, but we'll see how the referee crew interprets this. It's just really impressive. Taylor Powell here. We won't know if he changed this play at the line or what adjustment he made, but he recognized the opportunity that this coverage the Ottawa Redblacks were running afforded him, and that was to throw the deep ball. It is a great chance for that, and Bayless, after a couple quiet series and quiet 2 quarters, comes onto the scene big. Let's see if this catch stands.
Bob Dice is really the only coach in the CFL who's had much success. He's 50%, 4 for 8 in challenges. So he's won 4 challenges. This is his 9th.
What do you think about this one as we watch it again?
Boy, you could nitpick in slow motion and say, yeah, there was a little push off from Omar Bayless. But when it's full speed, boy, I don't know if Bayless could have done anything different. I think it's going to be a catch. What do you think?
Yeah, there's just the slightest bit of Bayless's hand pushing that shoulder open. But I don't know. To me, I'd like to see this stand just as far as sort of the honesty of just playmaking down the field. And it's very, very hard to avoid such a slight bit of contact.
Yeah.
But I also, I won't be surprised seeing this, like you said, in slow motion. You can kind of call it how you want, right?
Yeah, that saw another replay of it, and I mean, there was...
It's like everything. It depends which angle you watch it from.
That's right. I think we've got our decision. Tom Valesi getting set to let us know. Here we go.
After review from the command center, we have offensive pass interference, Hamilton number 80. Be a 10-yard penalty, first down.
So when you do slow it down, you'll see that there was Omar Bayless hand on the chest just before he caught the football. Boy, you've been in those situations, Luke, as a receiver. There's a lot of hand fighting going on. There's no way Bayless would have known, oh, there's your chest, as he's watching the football come in.
Yeah, really, really tough call, and just so slight. Sometimes whenever you see the jersey pull away from the body, that's an obvious one. When you see arms get moved, that's an obvious one, by the opposing player, coming in and actually batting down hands or arms. This was neither of those. This was much more subtle, but obvious, or clear enough for the refs to overturn.
So the Tiger Cats from their own 54 try it again. Taylor Powell not as deep this time, but completes the pass to Tyreek McAllister. He breaks a tackle again, and he'll be just a little bit short of the 40, but he battled again to get the first down. Presented by Active Green and Ross, the Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
Wow, what a great response to what Ticats thinking their first down on the goal line, all the way backed up to a 1st and 20 at center field, and McAllister, unbelievable speed and ability to break tackles. 2nd and 7 now.
Yeah, so it was a big gain. So yeah, that was not a first down. It is, they're going to call it 2nd and 6 for the Ottawa 42. And in traffic, the ball is caught by Omar Bayless. Now it's a first down. He has his first CFL catch officially, and the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down.
Well, that is impressive right there by this Ticat offense. The letdown of having that long play overturned and then overcoming a 1st and 20.
Down to the Ottawa 30. Taylor Powell, he's getting some time. He's going to scramble now, runs to his right, slings a pass, and bounces it at the feet of James Butler. It's incomplete. There is a flag.
Well, we did not see penalties for a long time, and now the Ticats, unfortunately,
holding Hamilton number 64. 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Have got 3 costly penalties in the last 3 minutes of play. Again, we're going to have a 1st and 20. Yeah, twice in the same drive. That really would be an impressive stat.
Well, let's see if Taylor Powell and the Tiger Cats can do it. Powell in this game, 9 for 15, 91 yards passing. James Butler, 27 yards rushing. Here it is, 1st and 20 from the Ottawa 40-yard line. 4 receivers to the left of Taylor Powell. He's looking over the middle, throws, and it's incomplete. Terry Godwin can't believe there isn't a flag on Brandon Dandridge. And it looks like Coach O might be reaching for the red challenge flag. Let's see.
Hard to say here. This, to me, again, just looks like 2 players making plays on the ball. Dandridge, I've been impressed with him a couple times in this game. He's made a few great pass breakups, and that one is not going to get challenged. 2nd and 20. Crucial field position here. You cannot take a sack for a loss on the 40-yard line here as you're just inside of field goal range.
Here we go. Taylor Powell gets the snap, drops backpedaling, high pass, it's caught by Keandre Smith. He's across the 30 to 35, and he'll be very close to a 1st down. He needed to get to the 20. Let's see where they spot it. If he is short, it's just by inches.
What a great play, a crossing route, right to left. Keandre Smith gets vertical to make the reception. Ball security and fights with everything he's got to get up to the 1st down marker. I thought he got it. I thought he made that 1st down. It'll be 3rd and half a yard.
Yeah, it is just inches. Kai Loxley comes in, short yardage, under center, and he gets across the 20. No problem. It's a 1st down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
So on the same drive, they overcome a 1st and 20 and a 2nd and 20, as it turns out. What an impressive job by this offense, who it was a little bit of a stagnant first quarter, and as we're coming to an end of the first half now, this is a resilient offense who is not giving up on this drive here.
Got to get it in the end zone, under a minute to go in the half. Taylor Powell might be changing the play again. 3 receivers to his right. They start the waggle. Powell gets the snap, throws. It's to Keandre Smith again, and he's trying to stay on his feet, trying for extra yards, and the Redblacks were trying to get the football loose. They couldn't. Looks like about a 6-yard reception for Smith.
Yeah, good catch in traffic there. Very hard as a receiver in that circumstance. Keandre Smith makes the catch. You have, a thousandth of a second to decide if you're going to put your foot in the ground and go vertical, or if you're going to want to slip underneath that defender and lose yards to gain yards. He sort of chooses the latter there and fights back to the depth he had at the reception.
Great drive by the Tiger Cats offense. They're on the Ottawa 13, 2nd and 4. Taylor Powell throws, and it's knocked away. It was intended for Tim White, and Justin Howell knocked it away. He was the Redblack who was involved in the offensive pass interference earlier in this drive, and he comes up with a touchdown-saving knockdown.
Okay, so you'll have to settle for the field goal attempt, but what a gritty effort by the Ticat offense. Battling their way down this field, overcoming penalties, overcoming very difficult conversion scenarios, and now you get a chance to take the lead here.
This will be a 20-yard field goal attempt for Mark Leggio. Leggio's kick is right down the middle. It's good. Another 3 points for the Tiger Cats, and with 15 seconds to go in the opening half, they have a 6-3 lead, and we aren't in a tie for the lowest scoring first half of the season. That belongs to Edmonton and Saskatchewan in week 5. Jeff Girodat with a great stat. They were 3-3.
Well, and on top of that, this is much more exciting than 6-3 would suggest, I think, after a half. I don't know. There's a lot going on. I mean, we've got big plays in both directions.
Ottawa could have a lot more points. The defense.
Oh, absolutely. The defense has come up big, and an Ottawa team that's +5 in their turnover ratio coming into this game has given the ball up 3 times in this first half. Ticat defense, I don't know, the word is, resilient or just gritty. They've hung in there and bounced back when the Ottawa's been able to make a big play. And 15 seconds left. We'll see how this half wraps up.
A couple of turnovers or takeaways by the Ticats defense already. They put pressure on Crum. He checks it down to Devontae Williams. Fakes to the left. Goes right back up the middle. Jameer Thurman backtracks, makes the tackle, but Williams gets close to midfield. 7 seconds on the clock. That's all that remains in the half. Tiger Cats lead 6-3.
7 seconds. If they get 10 yards or so, they could try a long field goal, but they're fighting both yards and clock here.
Crum back to pass, takes his time, throws, completes it. They get more than 10, just short of the 40. It's caught by Jalen Acklin. And is that the end of the half? There's 0 on the clock. Let's see what the officials say.
A former Ticat there. That was a smart play, and on my eye, RJ, I think he got down in time.
Put 1 second
there
on
you
the
go.
clock.
Wow. So there will be 1 second added. That means Lewis Ward has a chance to tie this game. An improbable field goal attempt by the Redblacks.
Wow, what a smart play by Jalen Acklin to catch that ball and get down.
Lewis Ward's kick, it sails wide. It's wide right now. Tyreek McAllister has a chance on the field goal miss. Started to his right, now to the left. He's weaving his way through the Redblacks.
Wow.
He's across the 35, the 40, up to the 50. He's across midfield, has a block ahead of him, and they finally catch him inside the 40, almost to the Ottawa 35-yard line, and that is the end of the half.
Can you imagine? Explosive plays. Tyreek McAllister right near the top of all the return statistics for the CFL, and he almost just made one of the most legendary missed field goal returns in Ticat history. That would have been, and it was not an easy one. He was all over the field trying to make his way through the Redblacks. It was Lewis Ward who cut the last angle off and allowed for the rest of those Redblacks in pursuit to catch up. But man, that was an exciting half, if only for a 6-3 on the scoreboard.
Wow. When you look at it, Ottawa is going to be upset. They should have at least 10 more points, if not 13 more points in this football game, but they don't have it. A couple of missed field goals and that great stop by the defense.
And they had good drives that were then, that drive where they fumbled the ball, they were getting some momentum. They were moving the ball down the field that ended in a fumble recovery by Katsantonis. Wow, just a lot of back and forth here. I'm trying to pick the word that best describes both offense and defense here. And defensively, they're opportunistic for sure. It's not that they are dominating the Ottawa offense. That's not the case in this game. But they are coming out on top by making some heroic plays at different times in that first half. Offensively, I see just real growth from this Hamilton offense, and we're more than halfway through the season now. Growth is maybe something that you'd hope to see in the first games of the season, and that's true. That's fine. But I see growth. Overcoming difficult conversion yardages. Not giving the ball away, making some big plays down the field to a couple different receivers, a mix of pass and run. So exciting second half in store for us, and both of these teams have every right to go out and win this game.
Well, stick around. Can't wait to hear what Bubba and Andy have to say. It is 6-3 for the Tiger Cats in Ottawa. Tiger Cats at the half, presented by my insurance broker with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz, is next on the Ticats Audio Network.
Available live at listen.ticats.ca and on the Ticats All Access app. This is the Ticats Audio Network.
Tiger Cats in Ottawa at TD Place. Second half about to begin. Pleasant evening, just under 20 degrees. Not a scorcher like the Tiger Cats had only a few days ago, 5 days ago on the Labor Day Classic. How fatigued would they be? That was the question. Well, they've looked pretty good in the opening half, and they lead 6-3, a low-scoring first half. Tiger Cats opening kickoff, and this is a big return. Harris gets it across midfield into Tiger Cats territory, and there is a flag, though.
Well, it happened as Harris crossed the 35, 40-yard line. It looks like it's in sort of a holding in the field position where it'd be a holding.
The return, holding, Ottawa number 42. 10-yard penalty, first down.
it's one of those penalties that it was right at the ball carrier, so you can kind of assume it was the holding sprung the return, right? Like a true penalty that actually changed the game and worthy of yardage and penalization. Is that's a word?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
But good for the Ticats because that was a big one that would have started this half very favorably for the Redblacks.
Do you have any interest in being a referee? You've been bang on your calls tonight.
No, I do not.
From the 28, handoff goes to Devontae Williams. Ottawa's had some success on the ground and trying to keep that going. They get a first down on that run from Williams.
Yeah, just such an interesting game that we're kicking off this third quarter here, and truly, it's like both teams these are teams that are desperate to win. They're fighting for to stay alive for a chance at the postseason, and unbelievably, they both have every opportunity here to bust this thing wide open. It's like the first team to score a touchdown is going to win this thing.
Yes. Crum throws, and that was in traffic, but it's caught by Shaq Evans right in front of Richard Leonard, and that gets Ottawa into Hamilton territory. Just a little bit short of the 50. Looks like they'll spot it at the Hamilton 51. So a couple of plays, and Ottawa has come out firing in this second half. Important that the Tiger Cats are able to stop the Redblacks. Third quarter this season has been the Tiger Cats' best. Fresh set of downs for Dustin Crum and the Ottawa offense. Right back to the ground. Williams, nothing there this time, maybe a yard. Simone Lawrence right there immediately in a flamboyant celebration in that Ottawa backfield too.
Simone having a really good year. He's coming off a few straight games with great tackles, big plays at the right moment. There's another one to put a little bit of cold water on this Ottawa drive as they start to work their way down the field and cross into Ticat territory. Now a difficult 2nd and 9.
Simone Lawrence last 4 or 5 games have been really good. He said it's time to turn it up. Dustin Crum, he's going to run, being watched by Cross, and Richard Leonard comes in to knock him down. The ball was loose for a moment, and Crum has lost his helmet. And there's a flag.
Well, clean tackle for sure. I think it was Richard Leonard took out the legs of Crum as he was, not sliding or anything like that. He's a ball carrier in the open field, but I don't know what the flag. I think it's going to be Nick Cross who gets penalized for. This just can't stand as a penalty. This is just a football player doing everything he can to.
Yeah.
Make a play on the ball carrier.
The officials are
Major
discussing.
Foul, face mask. Hamilton number 39. 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's Tom Valesi, the referee, with the call.
Horrible call. I don't know if I don't think that you can challenge a call like this actually.
Well, we're seeing a replay, and the thumb of Nick Cross did get tangled up in Dustin Crum's face mask.
As Crum is sort of flipping upside down through the air. Wow, that is a really unfortunate call for the Ticat defense.
Moves Ottawa up to the Hamilton 29. Defense has come through numerous times. Big straight arm by Williams. And Simone Lawrence was straight armed. He got right back up and made the tackle. He was not going to stand for that, but Williams got some valuable yardage and another first down.
Yeah, great run by Williams. A great stiff arm it's all timing. It's actually like technique. And when you catch somebody off guard, even Simone Lawrence can get caught like that. And you're right, Simone Lawrence, the ground's a hot stove. He gets right up and chases him down for a really good, strong tackle. But a Redblack first down.
The ground's a hot stove. I love it. Under 12 minutes to go, third quarter. Early in the third quarter, but Ottawa down to the Hamilton 14. Right back to Williams, trying to cut into the middle. Casey Sales dives and makes the tackle just short of the 5. So Ottawa opening drive of the third quarter has been effective.
Well, is the Hamilton defense about to do something miraculous like they've done 3 times in this game. And
they have to.
They have to. The Ottawa Redblacks have just come out in this second half with a very impressive offensive drive. Of course, assisted by a penalty that was sort of a gray area, but they're backed up, the Ticat defenses, to their own goal line now.
Ottawa 99 rush yards. The majority of this drive has been on the ground, and they keep it there. Williams, this time Ted Laurent got a hold of him and didn't let him get very far, but he did cross the 5.
Trey Crawford was wrapped up with Dante Bull, the right tackle for the Redblacks, after the whistle there. And Bull ends up on his back right in front of the refs, but no call, and wisely so. It looked a little floppish to me.
Bull, the rookie, just drafted in this past draft. So this is a 3rd and 1 from the Hamilton 5. And Crum is reaching second effort. He didn't have it on the first effort for sure, but then he twisted his upper body. And he did get it. I believe I saw Tom Valesi say that is a first down, so that will be 1st and goal from the Hamilton 3 or 4. Very nearly stopped Ottawa on a short yardage again.
Yep.
They didn't go with Tyrell Pigram this time, who was stopped 3 times from the Hamilton 1 earlier in the game. In fact, same spot. Ottawa's been down here before. On the Hamilton 3, 1st and goal. Let's see if the Tiger Cats defense can stop him again. Dustin Crum's in the shotgun as Ottawa starts from the 3-yard line. Handoff to Ante Milanovic-Litre, and he's into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Ottawa. They get the first touchdown of the football game, and they have their first lead of the game. It's 9-6 with the convert coming up.
Wow, what an impressive start of the second half for the Redblacks. What was almost a return across midfield, brought back for a holding penalty, but a resilient Redblack offense moves the ball down the field with a couple big plays mixed in there. You have a costly face mask penalty to the Ticats, and they capitalize, like you said, first touchdown of the game, which is surprising for all the excitement that we've had.
It was an exciting first half. The convert from Lewis Ward is good. So Ottawa leads for the first time in this game. Early in the 3rd quarter, it's Ottawa 10, Hamilton 6. Tiger Cats offense coming on the field for the first time in the second half when we return on the Ticats Audio Network. Redblacks took a lot of time off the clock on the opening drive of the second half. 5 minutes, 39 seconds, 9 plays, 82 yards, and they get the first touchdown of the game and lead 10-6. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. Thanks for joining us on the Ticats Audio Network. Tiger Cats in Ottawa at TD Place have not lost to Ottawa in 9 games. Beat them 9 in a row. Haven't lost since 2018. They trail for the first time in this game, and the Tiger Cats offense will have to get going here in the second half. Tyreek McAllister on the kickoff. He's up to the 30, has some blocking help, and he will battle his way to the Tiger Cats 35-yard line before they bring him down, and there is some pushing and shoving after that play. No flags, though.
You have to answer what was a very impressive drive by Ottawa, 9 plays for 82 yards. You have to answer as the Ticats offense right now. You have to avoid a 2-and-out. You've got to flip the field, and you've got to hopefully get your first touchdown of the night.
We'll see if they can do it. When we come back, it's 10-6 Ottawa. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Ball on the Hamilton 35 to begin the drive. Taylor Powell under center. Hands off to James Butler. Starts to his right, then tries to get to his left. The ball's loose. The ball is loose. Ottawa has it. Is it? The officials are going to discuss it, but Ottawa's celebrating that it's a fumble. Tiger Cats are saying he was down. It was very close. It was very close. And Tom Valesi says it's Ottawa football.
Well, every turnover will be reviewed. So we'll take another look at it. But live, I thought it was a fumble. I think James Butler was still fighting for yards. And that's the opposite of answering back on a great Ottawa drive.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Seeing a replay.
So he was spinning around. He was still in the process of getting tackled, but it was actually his rear end touches the turf there.
Previous play is under review by the command center.
No, this has got to stand as a Ticat second down here, I think.
Yeah.
Great job by James Butler, because that is the most classic time for an offensive player to lose the ball is when they're fighting off a tackle. And he is getting wrapped up by Coleman as he's fighting for more yards. And you can see the yellow of his Ticat pants on the ground when the ball finally pops up.
So it looks like the Tiger Cats offense is going back on the field. That's a good sign that this will get overturned. James Butler has fumbled only once this year. That was in game 1. Tom Valesi looks like he's all set to make the call, and Tiger Cats fans are hoping this one is overturned, and it likely will be as the Tiger Cats offense is back on the field.
After review by the command center, the runner was down by contact. It'll be second down.
Now, it's not all good news because it's going to be a difficult second down here for the Ticats.
Hey, you got to be glass half full.
True.
And that's way better than a fumble at their 35.
Even a chance to punt, avoids what would be a very costly turnover. And we'll see if they can make this 2nd and 9. At the end of that first half, we saw Taylor Powell with some unbelievable second down conversions with his receivers.
Has to do it. He's gone to Keandre Smith quite a bit. In fact, in the last 3 games, Keandre Smith has at least 2 second down conversions in each of them. That's including tonight. Here's a 2nd and 9 from their own 36. Taylor Powell will pass, getting pretty good protection. Staying in the pocket, he's going to scramble, throws on the run, throwing deep, wide open. Tim White, huge play. White trying to get to the end zone. He's down to the 15, staying on his feet, finally brought down at the 10. That's the biggest play of Taylor Powell's career. And the Tiger Cats keep it rolling with a massive active Green and Ross first down.
What a gutsy play call. What unbelievable execution there. You think you're starting to see the Redblacks take over the momentum of the game. Scott Milanovic, Taylor Powell says, no. 2nd and 9, don't care. We're going for it. And a double move downfield to Tim White. Runs a little in route and then puts his foot in the ground and gets leverage over the top of the defense. Great job by Taylor Powell, who was flushed out of the pocket, putting that ball through the air for the biggest completion of his career, back to the guy who caught the first pass of his career a few weeks back. And now it's the Ticats down in Redblack territory.
Luke, you said it. They had to answer, and not the easy way. It was originally a James Butler fumble. That got overturned after a review. And then this 2nd down, huge play to Tim White has the Tiger Cats down to the Ottawa 9-yard line. Actually, they put it at the Ottawa 11. So here we go. 64 yards on that play. That's an explosive play. Now can they finish it off? Taylor Powell under pressure. Throws end zone. It's incomplete. Incomplete. No Tiger Cat really close to that pass. It looked like Justin Howell, the Ottawa defender, had the best chance.
Well, they brought everybody, the Redblacks did, and this is one of the most frustrating things as a wide receiver, where you feel so open and that you feel like you have a great answer, but the quarterback just doesn't have enough time to get his eyes across to everything. And Omar Bayless had the back corner. Tim White had leverage, but great job by the Redblack rush.
Trying to cash in. 2nd and 10 from the Ottawa 11. Tiger Cats can get a first down without a touchdown. Let's see. Powell throws far sideline. Tyreek McAllister dives, and it is a touchdown. McAllister gets his 2nd touchdown of the season. First one receiving, and the Tiger Cats are back in the lead.
Wow. They did it. They answered They answered back. It's resilient. It's just what we talked about at the end of the first half. neither team is letting their opponent steal the game away. I mean, it's really quality football, and you've got Taylor Powell with a huge throw downfield, followed by a great diving pylon knocking touchdown by Tyreek McAllister. Wow, we're in for a great second half here. Two really big drives and two teams refusing to give up.
Tiger Cats touchdown presented by Terkstra Lumber. Mark Leggio steps up, and his convert is perfect. Right down the middle. That puts the Tiger Cats up to 13 points. Their first touchdown of the game answers Ottawa's first touchdown of the game, and it's still a Tiger Cats 3-point lead, 13-10. We'll be right back on the Ticats Audio Network. Tiger Cats in Ottawa, and already more scoring in the second half than there was in the first, but it still remains a Tiger Cats 3-point lead, 13-10. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker to get that momentum back from Ottawa to answer their touchdown with a touchdown. That's what the successful teams do.
Absolutely. It's complementary football. When one phase loses a score, the other phase gets it back, and we've got a great game going on.
The kick bobbled a little bit by Harris, and he'll work his way across the 35. Tobias Harris, the returner for the Redblacks, and he won't get to the 40. Looks like they'll spot him at the 37 or 38-yard line.
Well-placed kick there by Vedvik, well outside the numbers. Always makes it much more difficult for the return team to set up their scheme, and able to stop the Redblacks shy of their own 40-yard line here, like you said, RJ, and see if Crum has what it takes to put together another impressive drive like they did for a touchdown one drive ago.
In the first half, teams combined for 12 drives, 9 points. Second half, they've each had one drive and combined for 14 points. Play action to Williams. Crum on the move. Then he throws it to Williams, who was just sitting there waiting, and he'll get up to the 50. It's a first down for Ottawa.
Crum on the move. One side of the field. You know, when you're out of the pocket like that, a little run pass option. He's got a quick answer underneath for a good first down.
Williams has been effective for the Redblacks. 71 yards on the ground, and he has 60 yards receiving. Crum back to pass, stays in the pocket, throwing deep. He's got Hardy behind coverage, but he overthrew him, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's the same little double move there, similar to what we saw Tim White.
Major foul, roughing the passer. Hamilton, number 44. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's Casey Sales. That's a costly penalty. I was going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Instead, it'll bring the ball way into Tiger Cats territory down to the Hamilton 45.
Very costly. You got to avoid that. The ball was clearly out, and it's not no ill intention. It's just you have to actively make the decision to protect the quarterback after the ball is gone. Really costly.
So Ottawa handing it off. Williams trying to get to the outside, gets away from Jameer Thurman. He does get the outside, and he turns it up past the 30, down almost to the 25. Adeleke forces him out of bounds there.
Wow, explosive run again. The Redblacks, I mean, at the top of our broadcast, RJ, you mentioned they've lost so many games by such small margins. I mean, they're not a bad football team. And to be sitting at this point in the season, 3-8 coming into tonight, that doesn't tell the whole story of the Redblacks. They've got their guys out there making plays, and they're very much so still in this.
5 of their games this season have been within 4 points. They're 2-3 in those games. Well, are we going to have a stop here? Williams fakes up the middle, gets to the outside again, the 20, the 15, and finally Stavros Katsantonis. He's had a big game for Hamilton. He had to make that tackle and kept Williams just short of the 10, but it's another first down for Ottawa.
You mentioned they were about to be looking at a 2nd and 10. The penalty keeps the drive alive. To start the third quarter, Ottawa moving the ball down the field. It was the face masking penalty that kept that drive alive, leading to the Ottawa touchdown.
Ball's on the Hamilton 11. Hamilton leads the game 13-10. Dustin Crum gets the snap, fakes the fly sweep to Hardy. He's keeping it. He's trying to run off to the left. Simone slows him down and tackles him, and a flag comes flying in. Simone Lawrence with a big tackle on the Ottawa quarterback.
Great open field tackle. Simone Lawrence breaking the block and then setting up to force Crum to the outside and diving for the ankles there. Great job by 21. Let's see what this penalty's on.
Tom Velassi. Didn't see much of him at the start of the game. There weren't any penalties for a long time.
Yeah,
holding. Ottawa number 45. That penalty is declined. Second down.
Right, so this would have been forced a long first down situation, and Coach O electing for the 2nd and 10. You're not flirting with field goal distance here. Either option is in field goal range still because they're up on the 10-yard line of Hamilton. I like the decision to force the 2nd down play here.
Lewis Ward has missed 2 field goals in this game, although they have been long attempts he's missed. Ball on the Hamilton 10. Crum fakes the toss. He's sacked. They sack him. Jameer Thurman gets the sack, and that is about as good as the Hamilton defense could have done in the circumstance they were dealt with. There is a flag.
Well, you can see Katsantonis with his head in his hands. Some inadvertent offense against Crum, quarterback in the pocket here. I don't know, illegal hands to the face or something like that. We'll see what this gets called.
Major foul, roughing the passer, Hamilton number 30. Half the distance of the goal, automatic first down.
So Jameer Thurman had the sack, and Katsantonis gets another roughing the passer. That's 2 on this drive.
We're taking another look at it. That's not the call I expected. The ball was, the ball was never thrown, so it was a quarterback sack with inadvertently Katsantonis sort of brings a hand down on top of his helmet.
1st and goal from the 5. Crum's pass, it's tipped, it went up in the air, and it was up for grabs for a moment. Devontae Williams actually almost grabbed it. Simone might have been the one who got a hand on it. That's a big play by the Hamilton defense.
Yes, it is. And that half the distance to the goal also gave the first down. I mean, unbelievable for, like you said, RJ, we saw almost 2 full quarters without a penalty, and now the penalties are playing a crucial role in this game. They're changing the course of every drive.
Hamilton defense, they've been great on the short yardage. Here's another 2nd and goal from the Hamilton 5. Crum, 3 receivers to his left. They're trying to draw Hamilton offside. They didn't do it with the fake waggle. Now they're ready to go. Crum back to pass. He's under pressure. He's on the run. Running to his right. Looks like he's going to keep Jameer Thurman. He stops him, and Richard Leonard was there as well. And
yeah,
Leonard is down. Richard Leonard might have saved a touchdown, but he's down and hurt.
Man, Richard Leonard came flying up the field, no holds bar, with nothing in mind but preventing a touchdown. And very, very slow to get up. Unbelievable football player. He took Crum's knee to the side of his helmet there, as Jameer Thurman also giving everything to prevent the touchdown. And the Ticat training staff out on the field with Richard Leonard, just an unbelievable open field tackler, and I mean just selling out.
Richard Leonard is so consistent. He's been a very important piece of this Hamilton defense. He saved a touchdown. He's down right now, being looked at by the training staff. It's 13-10 for the Tiger Cats. We'll be right back. We'll take a break. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Tiger Cats in Ottawa saved a touchdown by Richard Leonard. He dove. He was hurt. He's off the field under his own power, so that's good news, but he's heading to the locker room. This is now a 3rd and goal from the Hamilton 1. Tyrell Pigram, he's in, trying to get to the right. He's battling, and he does. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. It was a lot of work, though. Had to keep the legs moving, and finally got into the end zone, and the seesaw affair continues. Ottawa's back in front, 16-13. They'll have a convert coming up.
3 minutes and 38 seconds left in the third quarter, it feels like a boxing match. We're looking at Simone Lawrence like exhausted and charged up from this drive. You know, you can just tell he's ready to take the field again to try to stop this Red-Black offense. And on the flip side of that, you've got a Red-Black offense battling, fighting, finding ways to get first downs against this defense. It's exciting. And again, now it's Taylor Powell's turn to answer back. Richard Leonard, we're glad to see walking on the Ticat sidelines after, I mean, it's worth saying again, the effort that you can see from a guy like Richard Leonard out there on the field trying to win this game.
So Lewis Ward stepping up for the convert. He has not missed a convert this season. This would be big. It would put Ottawa up by 4, and it's good. So Ottawa is up 17-13, a 4-point lead with 3:25 to go in the third quarter. Tiger Cats, you said it before, Luke. Ottawa scored a touchdown. Now they have to answer.
Yeah. It's unfortunate the amount of penalties that we've seen here, and you could almost see the frustration from Stavros Katsantonis on the last penalty he took there. They called it roughing the passer, and it's just totally inadvertent. In truth, that's kind of one of the harder parts with a quarterback like Crum. He stays on his feet for so long, and he's keeps the ball in his hands. And we've seen twice in the second half sort of inadvertent hands towards his helmet, just in efforts to be tackling, but well, they've been costly for the Ticats.
He's a durable quarterback, does not slide. He'll take those hits. Big guy, and it's paying off so far. Ottawa coming off a bye week. Tiger Cats playing their second game in 5 days. This is now into the later stages of the game. We'll see if fatigue is a factor. Tyreek McAllister, he had a big missed field goal return at the end of the opening half. He's got a touchdown in the second half, and this return will get the Tiger Cats up close to the 40. Looks like about the 38-yard line where they'll begin.
Tyreek McAllister, every time as that ball's in the air, you almost get a feeling like he's going to have an explosive return, right?
Yeah, that's what you want. You want that feeling.
Yeah, you do. And he did last week in the Labor Day Classic, had a big return.
Almost brought that field goal miss at the very end of the opening half. Hamilton starts from their own 38. Taylor Powell, 13 for 22, 204 yards. He's thrown a touchdown. Handoff goes to James Butler. Starts to his left, tries to cut back, and the Redblacks have done a great job on James Butler tonight. That is a loss of 1 or 2.
Tough 2nd and 12 here now for Taylor Powell. James Butler, that we've seen the Redblacks shut down the run a little bit more successfully as this game's progressed.
Tiger Cats run up to the line. It's a 2nd and 12 from the Hamilton 36. Ottawa got a lot on the line. Looks like all the linebackers have moved up. They're going to come after Taylor Powell. And here they come. Powell sidesteps the first. He's dropped the football. It's picked up by Coulter Woodmansey. And he tries to advance it. Might have got it back to the original line of scrimmage. But that will be it for this drive for the Tiger Cats. They had another near turnover averted.
Yeah, wow. They did bring a heavy blitz there, the Redblacks. And as Taylor Powell's trying to navigate his way through those Redblacks, a hand flies out and swats the ball away, and Coulter Woodmansey with enough ball skills to pick it up and gain a few yards.
Yeah, he was thinking maybe he'll get some positive yardage. Redblacks shut him down quick. Corey Vedvik standing on his own 21-yard line to punt this football. Tiger Cats going from right to left. Minute 26 to go in the third quarter. Brandon Dandridge gets it inside his 30, trying to run sideways. He's broken about 3 tackles, but finally knocked down Sean Thomas Erlington, a big part of that special teams tackle on Dandridge.
Yeah, great job by the Ticats coverage. a return that sort of took a long time. It was still alive for a while, but each wave of the coverage pushing Dandridge laterally instead of up the field. And they're going to get Ottawa the ball at their own 34-yard line.
Tiger Cats defense needs a stop in this third quarter.
That's right. That 2-and-out there by the Ticat offense, that's sort of the first chink in the armor of this second half here. We've all of a sudden found ourselves in a shootout in this second half.
Yeah, but you didn't answer back on the last shot.
That's
so
right.
You can't let Ottawa get another one. And they keep it on the ground, and why wouldn't they? Devontae Williams has been effective. Luke, this is only the third time this season that Ottawa has scored 2 touchdowns in a quarter.
Wow, and that's 3 drives in a row before that 2-and-out that were touchdown drives, and we've got a really good volley here, but now it's Ottawa with the upper hand, a 4-point lead, and the ball back in their hands now. This is a big second down, so it's almost like you want, the message is almost don't get a penalty now. You know, that's the way it's progressed. But this 2nd and 6.5 here is a big play for the Ticat defense.
Ball on the Ottawa 38. Crum looking to pass, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tiger Cats get the stop, and now the scan for flags, as you mentioned, Luke, and there's none on the field. So the Tiger Cats defense gets it done on a 2-and-out. Ottawa still leads 17-13.
Wow. Great. You talk about the offense answering. That's the Ticat defense answering there. They, you say, well, you can't get any first downs on offense. We've got to get that red-black team and Crum off the field, and they do it for a 2-and-out.
The rushing game inside this game has been a factor. Hamilton's rushed for just 35 yards. Ottawa, 148. Tyreek McAllister on this Richie Leone punt. Leone has the best punting average in the league. McAllister gets it at his own 15 across the 20 and brought down at the 25. So that's it for the third quarter. That was the final play of the third quarter. A lot of scoring. Ottawa is ahead 17-13 with 1 quarter to play. Will the Tiger Cats have enough to come back on this short week? Couple of games in 5 days. We'll see. Stick around. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Road game for the Tiger Cats in Ottawa. We want to thank you all for listening to the Ticats Audio Network, and you can email gameday@ticats.ca. Let us know where you're listening from. Want to say hello to Stephanie in Liverpool, Nova Scotia. And Daniel Rojas saying this game is fueling his workout in Guelph. There's been a lot of energy. Danny Rojas. Little Ted Lasso. That's great.
Exactly. We've got famous listeners.
Yeah. Well, keep working out, Daniel. We still got a quarter to go. Taylor Powell going deep. He's got a receiver. It's Tim White. He caught it. Tim White makes the catch deep in Ottawa territory. Keep listening on the Ticats Audio Network. We've got some action ahead. Another big play, explosive play from the Tiger Cats.
Wow, and there was Redblacks all around, but a well-placed throw, no doubt. Tim White, of all those players down there, 3 Redblacks around him, he had the best chance to make the play, and he does go up in the air for the reception. Man, what an explosive, just perfect timing, and again, just aggressive, going right after it.
Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an active Green and Ross first down. Tim White over 100 yards receiving. Taylor Powell fakes the handoff to Butler, scrambles to his right, and it's a short pass off the fingertips of Felix Gauthier, incomplete.
Tough. That was set up very nicely. Felix Gauthier had room if that reception was made, and it was a little bit low. From that fullback position, that's not going to be. You're never going to have a catch radius like your receivers, but should have been a reception, and that would have been probably a first down. Unfortunately, 2nd and 10 here.
That was a 47-yard pass to Tim White that set up this 2nd and 10. A couple of explosive plays for Taylor Powell. Can he do it from the Ottawa 38? Completes the pass to Omar Bayless. He spins across the 25. It is a Tiger Cat first down. Presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. Bayless has fit in nicely.
He has. And like we've seen Keandre Smith do Tim White, we saw this from McAllister early in this game. That was a great little move after the catch there. He was just shy of the first down, made the reception, and then avoids just that one tackle to allow him to move the sticks. Great job by the newcomer.
Last 2 games, Tim White, 13 catches, 265 yards. Let's see if he can add to that. Taylor Powell looking end zone down the left side. It was intended for Terry Godwin. It's incomplete. No flag. That's a surprise to Terry Godwin. He got up thinking there should have been a call.
Yeah, that's been the story of this game for Terry Godwin. He's been tangled up at the point of the catch a lot, and for the most part, it has not gone his way. Again, very impressed with Dandridge in this game. The ball was a little underthrown there. Terry Godwin with the upper shoulder, but not really going to be a catchable pass.
I go back to that Omar Bayless offensive pass interference. There was some hand battling going on that play too. No penalty, so 2nd and 10. Powell under pressure, he's scrambling, takes a look around, throws on the run, completes it to Bayless. He's hit hard by Howell, but he has enough for the first down, presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. They're inside the 10.
2 consecutive 2nd and 10s that Taylor Powell and his offense overcomes right now, and now they're down to the 7-yard line. Omar Bayless, again, new to the lineup, and that play took forever. As a wide receiver, you just keep on trying to find some place that's open. So there's a little bit more to it than that, but really, Omar Bayless just worked his way to the sidelines until Powell saw him.
He's officially 3 for 3 in the game. He did catch a deep ball that he was charged with offensive pass interference. On the Ottawa 7, James Butler gets the handoff, and nothing there. Might have lost a yard.
Oof, now this is tough. You've made your 2 2nd and 10s, but the Ticats all year long have struggled right here. It is 2nd down on the 5-yard line, 2nd and goal. You've got to have some plays that you feel confident, that Taylor Powell feels confident. The Ticats, including those 2 on this drive, they are 11 for 19 on their 2nd down conversions tonight.
The ball is spotted on the 5. 2nd and goal for the Tiger Cats. A lot of movement. 3, 4 receivers off to the left. Taylor Powell's looking that way. Throws, completes it. Tim White, touchdown! Tiger Cats are back in front.
Answers the call. It's Damon Webb in coverage there on Tim White. And it was kind of different looking, which is kind of what you want to see. A team that's been struggling in the score zone here. Pre-snap, it looked very different. Motions were coming from different directions, and sometimes that's what it takes. I mean, there was all sorts of crazy things we did when we got into the score zone sometimes. I remember even Andy and I, like, switching places in the middle of everything, and just all you got to do is confuse them for a split second, and sometimes that's all it takes. Tim White was the one to slip out to the flat, to the left side of the offense there, and answers the call. Again, we've got it back and forth here.
Ticats touchdown, presented by Terkstra Lumber. Mark Leggio is good on the convert. So the Tiger Cats lead by 3, 20-17. They lead with 10 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the football game. It's an exciting one in Ottawa. You're listening to the Ticats Audio Network. Back and forth, 2nd half. It's in favor of the Tiger Cats right now. They lead 20-17. Remember that stretch, Luke, where the Tiger Cats were held under 20 points for 4 straight games?
Yes.
In their last 3 games, they've scored 20 or more points. So the offense has come alive.
Yeah, well, the deep passes downfield looks entirely different. Tim White has had 2 massive downfield catches. He's up at 160 yards on the night, as well as, of course, with a big touchdown on that last drive to take back the lead.
Career high for Tim White, 160 yards receiving, another touchdown. He's up to 5 touchdowns on the season, trailing only James Butler on the Tiger Cats. And Carthel Flowers Lloyd with a special teams tackle. He's the CFL leader in that category, and that will allow Ottawa to start inside their 35 with that great tackle from Flowers Lloyd.
Yeah, really great tackle. He does not really break running this whole play, and he darts in at the last second. Man, that just is so well done with the timing and breaking through that blocking line of the Ottawa return team. Okay, Crum is back on the field. Man, we've got a good game and 10 minutes left in this 4th quarter. excited to see this Hamilton defense again.
Ottawa's offense had a big third quarter. 4 receivers off to the left. A play action, and Crum rolls to his left, completes the pass to Marco Dubois, and he will be very close to a first down. It is enough for an Ottawa first down. That gets them up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, a big bootleg pass from Crum out to the left side of the offense there. And again, another first down.
First catch of the game for Dubois. Crum moving the football around, fakes the pass to Williams. That opens up Jalen Ackland. And he's run some good routes in this game, and you knew him as a rookie, Luke.
I did. It warms my heart to see the plays that he's making. He was a smart player and a good rookie in that 2019 Ticat locker room, and now a crucial part of this Redblack group. And this Redblack offense, they're also making strides. I mean, one of the least productive offenses in the league in many categories, and not in this second half.
Devontae Williams gets the handoff, and he's inside the Hamilton 40, down to the Hamilton 35. That's 3 straight first downs and more for Ottawa, and they're certainly within field goal range, trailing Hamilton by just 3.
Yeah, their yards per play in the second half has got to be near 10, which is just ridiculous. In fact, it may be more than that with some of the explosives that they've had. But they're, and again, a sign of a productive offense, they're mixing the pass and the run, and they're having success on both.
On the Hamilton 36, Crum hands it off again. Williams at 360, right into the arms of Simone Lawrence, and he makes sure that the tackle is made. But Williams, he was elusive, winds up getting 3 or 4 yards.
Javian Elliott blitzed from his halfback position there, and I thought it looked like he was going to break this up in the backfield, but he was just late getting there on the blitz. And William able to make a small gain here for the first second down of this drive for Ottawa, but this Hamilton defense needs a breather right now.
Williams got about 2.5. We'll call it a 2nd and 8 from the Hamilton 34. Crum gets the snap, looks to pass, throws on the near sideline. Lawrence Woods in coverage. Nate Bahar makes the catch. He had to jump up to get it, and that's a great grab by Bahar to maintain possession and get a foot in bounds.
It was well-placed ball by Crum there to right on the sidelines. A little out route right at the sticks. I mean, really well done. Good play call into the wide side of the field there.
Ball on the Hamilton 20. Tiger Cats lead by 3. Under 8 minutes to go in the football game. So much on the line for these two teams in the East Division. Tiger Cats have the season series, but lead Ottawa by 2 points. Williams was touched in the backfield, and he broke that tackle, and he's going down. Finally brought down at the 2-yard line. Tunde Adeleke makes the tackle, but Ottawa first and goal from the Hamilton 2.
We saw it early this game. The Redblacks are having a lot of success when Williams can get to the outside of that box. Again with a nice stiff arm as well, but once he breaks through that first level, he's not being touched until he's already got that first down.
Crum stays out, he's hit, and he's well short. Hit and knocked down by Simone Lawrence. Simone's doing all he can here to try to keep Ottawa out of the end zone.
It's a little unconventional the way Crum plays quarterback. It's been talked about since he's taken over for this Redblack team, but you got to hand it to him. He is a tough kid.
2nd and goal from the 1, and Crum this time, he falls off the left side into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Ottawa, and Ottawa is back in front with 6 minutes and 46 seconds to go. This game was 6-3 at the half for Hamilton.
Yeah, unbelievable. We've just seen a high-scoring affair in the second half after what was an exciting but very low-scoring game. Crum putting another one in the end zone.
Ottawa on the better side of this seesaw score battle, as if Lewis Ward makes the the convert, it will give Ottawa a 4-point lead. When the Tiger Cats answer with a touchdown, they're only up by 3. Ward has not missed a convert this season. From 32 yards to try to give Ottawa a 4-point lead again. It's a high snap. Leone, the holder, able to bring it down, provide a good hold, and Ward is successful on the convert. So Ottawa is ahead by 4 again. It's 24-20 with 6:26 to go. We'll be right back. This is the Ticats Audio Network. 6:26 to go in Ottawa. Redblacks back in front, 24-20. In the previous 2 games combined, Hamilton allowed Ottawa 25 points. They put up 24 tonight, the majority in the second half. But it has gone back and forth in this second half in Ottawa. Tiger Cats turn to answer. Let's see if they can. Tyreek McAllister gets the kickoff, and he'll take it across the 35, maybe to the 37-yard line.
So funny, you've had all these touchdown drives in the second half. You've got drive starts at 37, 38, 35, 38, 34, 38. It's just equal chances for each team as they return these kicks to the same yard line.
We're going to take another quick break. 6:21 to go. Ottawa up by 4. Hamilton's ball when we come back on the Ticats Audio Network. Tiger Cats offense on the field, down by 4. Lots of time to go in Ottawa. We're in the fourth quarter, 6:21 remaining. Taylor Powell up to 287 yards, set a career/season high last game with 296 yards. A couple of touchdowns in this game. Needs another one. 3 points will get the Tiger Cats a little bit closer, but it won't get them in front. A touchdown will. Beginning this drive from their own 38-yard line. Taylor Powell, 4 receivers to his left. Looks that way immediately. Flags are flying all over the place as the ball is snapped and play is whistled dead.
I think this is going to be a false start on Hamilton.
Procedure. Hamilton, number 59. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Yeah, the offensive line sort of collectively jumped the gun a little bit there. And again, you see Ottawa, who's very disciplined in penalty. All year, they're the fewest they have the fewest penalties across the league. Hamilton tonight is struggling. Their effort has been hurt on multiple occasions with penalties. They've had 7 penalties for 70 yards. Ottawa just 1 for 10 yards.
That is a big discrepancy. So 1st and 15 from the Hamilton 33. Taylor Powell throws over the middle, completes the pass to Tyreek McAllister. It's a good tackle by the Redblacks. Frankie Griffin made the tackle as McAllister was looking to get to the outside and make something happen.
Well, it puts the Ticats into a 2nd and 11, which statistically you say is low probability. I feel like we've seen 10 2nd and 11s get converted tonight by either team.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
Yeah, we'll see what the Ticats can do with this one.
Ball on the Hamilton 37-yard line. Taylor Powell under pressure, has to throw, completes it over the middle. Bayless made the catch and scrambled, trying to get to the first down. Dove ahead as the Redblacks were bringing him down. He will be a little bit short, and it looks like he's in some discomfort as he's down on the field, Bayless.
It looked like he was stretching a cramping calf muscle, which is you sort of hope that it's as simple as that, but great effort and really great throw by Powell, who had Dandridge blitzing off the edge right in his face as he threw that ball. And it was not an easy receiver to find through the mess of the front of the box there, and he does make the completion. Boy, what an effort to go from 2nd and 12 to 3rd and 2, but this is going to be a tough conversion if they choose to stay on the field here.
Taylor Powell is still on the field as Omar Bayless gets looked at by the Tiger Cats training staff. There's 5 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Ball will be on the 46-yard line. Tiger Cats trail by 4.
Excuse me, I had said it was Dandridge on the blitz. That was actually Bryce Douglas Coleman from his Sam linebacker position, who very nearly got that sack on Powell.
So Taylor Powell has 4 receivers with at least 3 receptions. Bayless, Keandre Smith, Tyreek McAllister, and Tim White, who's having a career game, 6 receptions, 160 yards. In fact, Bayless, McAllister, and Keandre Smith all have 4 receptions. Bayless 4 for 4, caught all 4 of his targets, and 1 was called back on an offensive pass interference that would have been a huge play down inside the Ottawa 5. Bayless getting off under his own power, although not walking very smoothly.
So we've got something interesting here in the huddle. It's a 3rd and 2 behind their own 50-yard line here, but Powell's in the game. Interesting personnel set. Wow, what do we got here?
So Powell is under center. Behind him is Felix Garon-Gauthier. Behind him is James Butler. Terry Godwin comes along the right tackle to block. James Butler needed 2 yards. He's going to be very close. He should have enough. He should have enough. Let's see where they spot this football. It is an important spot for the Tiger Cats. And there's the indication. It is a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling. Gutsy, but fun to watch.
What a call. That they have not had great success with inside runs like that in this game. We've seen James Butler get tackled in the backfield multiple times, and he got just enough, a half of a footballs across the first down marker there.
Fly sweep to Tim White. He's running off to the left. He's got the first down and more. Across the 45. That fooled the Ottawa defense. Tim White. Add that to his totals. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling with an Active Green and Ross first down.
Wow, just unbelievable conversion there and such a gutsy play call. We've seen Scott Milanovic get sort of backed up at times. You think that Ottawa's stolen the momentum and they've gone for big explosive plays to Tim White. They've risked it on long second downs, and then you see a really unbelievable call to James Butler, who makes it happen right up the middle there.
And to add to it, James Butler had rushed 12 times for 27 yards, just barely over 2 yards per carry, and they needed 2 yards for that third down conversion. He got a little more than that.
Has not been a great rushing night for the Ticats. Unbelievable execution there, and then followed by a great play, a very efficient, very quick wide receiver, little sweep handoff there off the left side for another first down.
Getting close to the 3-minute warning, 4 minutes on the clock. Clock is running, ball on the Ottawa 43. Handoff goes to James Butler, fakes to the left, and just nothing there for Butler in this game. He'll scrounge out about 3 yards right near the 40-yard line.
No, just like we said, I mean, they overcame that 2nd and 12 that we talked about earlier this drive, used the third down conversion to make that happen, and now they're into red-black territory. So here's that interesting second down scenario again. It's 2nd and 7 here, but you're on the red-black 40. So what you can't do is take a tackle for a loss. Don't get sacked, don't get tackled in the backfield. But can you convert this first down and try to push the ball downfield here to answer the touchdown?
Taylor Powell, a career high, 301 yards passing. He's under pressure on the move. Almost got tripped up, stayed on his feet. He's running to his right. He's going to keep this football. Sees the first down marker, and he cuts it upfield, and he'll get down to almost the 20. He just kept going. It was like the Redblacks thought he was just going to go out of bounds, and he cut it up the sideline for a few extra yards, and a first down presented by Active Green and Ross. The Tiger Cats keep it rolling.
You've got to feel good as a Ticat fan about Taylor Powell. This is not the Taylor Powell that we saw even 2 months ago. We're seeing a drastic learning curve of a CFL quarterback. He's patient. His timing of when he has to leave the pocket is far better than when it was in his early starts. And that right there was a very good decision to hold on to that ball and to make the Ottawa Redblacks take out the space. Well done by a young quarterback who is getting better with every quarter of football that he plays.
Tiger Cats 41 yards on their last 3 carries. White, Butler, and Powell. All a little bit different. Standard handoff, bit of a fly sweep to Tim White and a quarterback keeper. We're at 3 minutes and 4 seconds. And the Tiger Cats have the ball down to the Ottawa 20, and a timeout called just before the 3-minute warning to salvage some time. Well, this has been an exciting game. The first half was 6-3, Hamilton led, but there was still a lot happening. Tiger Cats stopping Ottawa. First and goal from the 1, stopped them 3 times. Ottawa's missed a couple of field goals. They're up by 4, though, the Redblacks. Tiger Cats trying to take the lead again. 3:04 to go in the football game. Taylor Powell might be changing the play, looking both sides. Doing some hand motions now, stomps his right foot, gets the ball in the shotgun, looking end zone. Tim White has it. It's another touchdown, and the Tiger Cats lead again.
Tim White again in the end zone. A little corner route, sort of sawed off as it kind of came down closer to the front pylon than the back. And again, Powell putting the ball in a very, very good spot there. 2 Redblacks in pursuit of Tim White, and a great job by number 12 getting vertical to reach to meet the ball at its highest point. Wow, I mean, we're looking at 2 very productive offenses who came into this game both struggling to be able to move the ball downfield.
What a second half. Touchdown, touchdown. It's back and forth. It's a shootout, and Hamilton's ahead again. Mark Leggio steps up, and he's successful on his convert. So the Tiger Cats have their 3-point lead. It's 27-24. There's 2 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock. We're at the 3-minute warning. Now it's up to the defense to get a stop. We'll see if they can do it when we come back. Big finish ahead in Ottawa. This is the Ticats Audio Network. Great to have you with us, and I'm sure you're glad you tuned in to the Ticats Audio Network. RJ Broadhead with Luke Tasker. This has been a very exciting football game. Both teams desperate to get the 2 points. Tiger Cats are in position to get them right now. They have the lead, 27-24 with 2:58 to go. Taylor Powell, second straight game where he's thrown 3 touchdowns. He's set a career high with 321 yards passing. Tim White has 2 of the touchdowns. Tyreek McAllister 1. Each team has 3 touchdowns in this second half. And on the kickoff, the Tiger Cats coverage team does a great job. And this will be one of the poorest starting field positions of the game for the Redblacks. They'll be right around the 25, maybe their own 24.
That's right. What an exciting second half, RJ. Since the beginning of the third quarter, here's the end of every single drive. You've got touchdown, 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 2 and out, 2 and out, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Wow.
Yeah, there's just been it's two teams just relentless, and defenses. Honestly, I mean, losing in this second half, but we're seeing great plays, big tackles for a loss. They're just being overcome by these offenses.
Let's see if the Tiger Cats can get another stop. Right back to the ground. Devontae Williams and some aggressive tackling there by the Tiger Cats. Thurman, Laurent, and Simone Lawrence all in on that one.
Now that's still a run for 5. Ticats had the box loaded up, had brought a blitz, but run for 4 yards maybe by the Redblacks. That has been one of the discrepancies here. The Redblacks have over 140 yards rushing in this game tonight. The Ticats are nowhere near that, being held to very, very few gains in rushing. 187 yards on the ground from Ottawa.
It's been a big difference. Crum back to throw, 2nd and 6, and it's incomplete. It's incomplete. That brings up 3rd down with 2:32 to go, and the Redblacks are deep in their own end.
Wow.
Will they pretty much have to punt this ball away and hope their defense can get a stop?
It looked like they questioned it for a second, but this is a 3rd and 6, well deep in their own end. That was a drop by Ackland across the middle there. Probably would have had a chance to make a move for the 1st down, but unable to pull that catch in, and another 2 and out here for Ottawa.
Tyreek McAllister hovering around, ready to return this punt from Richie Leone again. Best net punting average in the CFL this season. It's a good punt. McAllister gets it at his 31. Couple of quick steps, but nothing opens up. And he'll get across the 35-yard line to the 36 or maybe the 37. Tiger Cats offense has only been stopped once in this second half.
That's right, and that 2-and-out marked only the second time the Redblacks offense was stopped. But that is how a shootout breaks open. Just one drive where one team takes a slight edge ahead in this back and forth scoring affair of the second half. Can it be Taylor Powell right now?
Taylor Powell having a career game. Hamilton starts this drive from their own 37-yard line. Powell calmly holds up his right arm. Felix Garon-Gauthier cuts in front. The handoff goes to James Butler. He was touched in the backfield. It would have been a loss, but he's able to break that tackle and turn this into a 3-yard gain.
Wow, yeah, it looked bad for a second.
Yes, it
looked
did.
like the Ticats were going to be looking at a 2nd and 15. James Butler slow to get up, but he battled his way back for what was maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain, making something out of less than nothing.
James Butler just hasn't been able to get it going, but he's always dangerous. Only takes one, and the Tiger Cats, they need a first down here to take some time off the clock. They're only up by 3. A score would be big. They're on their own 40. It's a 2nd and 7. Tiger Cats offense, there's 4 players behind Taylor Powell. Now they start moving. Powell goes back to pass, throws over the middle and hits. Terry Godwin on the move, breaks one tackle, tries to break another one, and he'll be brought down about 2 yards short of the first down. We'll see where the official spot is, but it's going to be one of those decisions for Coach O here. They did a 3rd and 2 earlier.
Terry Godwin just on a little drag route over the middle, but it's Justin Howell, free safety for Ottawa, flying downfield and forcing Terry Godwin to not put his foot in the ground and get that first down. Just slight inches and edges everywhere everywhere on the field, and that one doesn't show up anywhere in a stat line, but it was Justin Howell who ended that drive for the Ticats.
Ottawa has called a timeout here to stop the clock. There's 1:55 to go. Hamilton leads by 3, 27-24. Brandon Dandridge, he's back, ready to return the punt. Tiger Cats, it's dangerous. You know, they would love to get a first down here and take more time off the clock, but on their own 45, 2 yards short, that's a tough gamble on 3rd down. Corey Vedvik will punt. And it is a punt that bounces just outside the 20. It touched a Redblack, and Dandridge was going to let it sit there, but it touched one of his teammates, and he had to jump on it. And by that time, the Tiger Cats were in a perfect halo, no flags, and Ottawa will start on their own 16 or 17.
We didn't get into it much in this game, but these teams came into the match tonight, Ottawa with the best net punt in the league and Hamilton with the worst. But it hasn't played out that way. I think Hamilton has made a big rebound from what was a pretty poor special teams performance at the Labor Day Classic and plays just like that. That was a very good cover there by the Hamilton punt team.
Hamilton's beat Ottawa twice this season. This is the final meeting of the regular season. Malik Carney almost was offside, was able to get himself back in position. Crum, pump fake, he's going to keep this football, and the Tiger Cats are just unloading on him, and he is not afraid to take a hit. He got pranked pretty good by the Tiger Cats, but winds up getting about 8 yards.
Yeah, good coverage there by the Ticats secondary. Crumbs is tough. He gets those extra yards every time he scrambles.
2nd and 2 from the 25. It's a low pass. Braylon Addison has not caught a pass in the game. That is his first, and he scooped that one off the turf. That was very close to being incomplete, but that's a great catch.
That is classic BA right there. It leaves no doubt that that's a catch. So many other receivers would trap it against the field and make it very close. so clean there.
First catch of the game. It's like his 100th of the game. So smooth. Over the middle, Hardy makes the catch. It was tight coverage there by Javian Elliott, but Hardy still made the grab. 1:21 to go. This will bring the Redblacks about a yard short of the first down. They're up to their own 40.
That was cover zero, all-out blitz, very aggressive call from Mark Washington's defense. It might be happening again right now.
Crum, 2nd and 1, back to pass, and he's lost the football. He's lost the football. He was almost sacked. The ball came loose. Tiger Cats are saying they have it. Tiger Cats, Casey Sales and Ted Laurent are both down on the ground, sharing the football. Ottawa fumbles, Tiger Cats recover. The defense does it again.
Wow, pressure on Crum. He's been able to escape so many times tonight, and this time
By the command center.
they bring everybody. Wow, Carney and Simone Lawrence all back there causing disruption, and the ball gets batted out finally from, it was Simone Lawrence who finally got it out. Like you said, Casey Sales and Ted Laurent sharing the football. There's been a few turnovers tonight. That one is the most costly from the Redblacks. You know, that's another part of this storyline, RJ. The Ticats haven't turned the ball over tonight. Unbelievable.
It's important.
It seems like there's been so many big plays in this game. The 3 consecutive short yardage stops, which forced a turnover on downs in the first half, that seems like years ago, but there's been a couple of them, including a turnover and a fumble, in addition to this fumble in the backfield right now. And the Ticats defense, wow, I mean, it's really exciting to watch, just not giving up until they've changed the game.
The Tiger Cats turnovers or takeaways have trumped the few penalties that Ottawa's taken. Ottawa's won the penalty battle, only taken 1 for 10 yards. Hamilton 7 for 70 yards, but those 4 turnovers that Ottawa has had, this defense has been great. And one of those was, keep in mind, in that first half, here's the call from Tom Valesi.
After review by the command center, the ruling on the field stands.
Lacked some enthusiasm on that. I guess
I was
the
waiting for
Ottawa
the
didn't want to get
first
booed.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Play into the crowd. If that was in Tim Hortons field, might have been a little more excited about it. So 1:09 to go. Tiger Cats up by 3. They have the ball on the Ottawa 31-yard line. Taylor Powell, career game. James Butler won't get this handoff. It's Sean Thomas Erlington. He started to his left and went off to his right, and he'll get a yard or 2. Ottawa's done a good job stopping the Hamilton run, but it hasn't been enough. The pass has been effective for Hamilton.
Yeah, there's still time. I mean, we have real football plays left, and if the Redblacks are able to stop this here, it could still get a little interesting.
Ottawa's out of timeouts. They've called their timeouts already. Taylor Powell under center on this 2nd and 7 from the Ottawa 28. Handoff goes to Sean Thomas Erlington, and he's able to carry it off the left side, and he'll be close to a first down here, Luke. Tiger Cats are saying it is a first down. Nothing from the officials yet. And it is a first down. That took a while. First down presented by Active Green and Ross. Tiger Cats will keep it rolling. Sean Thomas Erlington.
Yeah, look at that, coming in right at the end. I love the way he adds into games. You never know what it's going to be, a tackle on special teams or a catch out of the backfield. This time he gets a crucial first down that will end the game.
The one thing you know, though, with Sean Thomas Erlington, he's going to get the job done. Whatever you ask him, he's going to do it. So there's 28 seconds on the clock. The clock is running, and victory formation here for the Tiger Cats. Taylor Powell takes the snap, takes a knee. Omar Bayless, by the way, is back on the field. He left earlier with an injury, so that's good news. He's had a nice first game as a Tiger Cat with 4 catches, 53 yards. Would have been bigger if one wasn't overturned due to a penalty. The Tiger Cats needed this one, Luke. This will be the last knee taken for Taylor Powell and the Tiger Cats. They sweep the season series against the Redblacks. They get their 5th win of the year, and this is their 2nd game in 5 days. So much was put into that Labor Day Classic, the rivalry, the emotion, a very hot day. They only had one practice day. They go into Ottawa, and they get into a high-scoring affair all of a sudden, but 27 points. Tiger Cats averaging in the high 20s in points in their last 3 games. This victory was massive, and it might be one that we look back on, that it was the springboard to something great.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, if I have to pick a player that was most exciting, and credit to Tim White, who had an amazing game, but Taylor Powell, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions, and just some really great decisions all around the field, all throughout the whole game there. You get a sense, RJ, I get a sense as I watch this would have been maybe the most fun I had as a player the whole season. I mean, this was 2 teams just battling back and forth, all kinds of players making plays, tons of receivers getting catches. You had defensive guys going all out to stop this Ottawa offense. And in truth, an Ottawa offense that's turning the page as well. And, at some point, teams are going to start running out of time in the CFL season. But that's an Ottawa offense that was very productive tonight. Just a lot to be excited for as the Ticats are moving further and further into the second half of the season.
You mentioned the defensive guy, Simone Lawrence. He was all over the place. 8 tackles, a forced fumble, a quarterback sack. He knocked down a pass. It's the 5th win of the season for the Tiger Cats. And let's keep in mind, Montreal's in Toronto tomorrow. Montreal has 6 wins. Of course, Toronto looks very good. They're at 9-1. If the Argos win that game, Hamilton is just 1 win back of Montreal. Montreal has the season series, so it'll be an outright points win by the Tiger Cats to beat them out, but it is going to be close. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but the Tiger Cats did their job tonight. Time now for the Access Storage recap of the game. Score a touchdown with affordable storage. Access Storage has flexible storage solutions at a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca. So many great things. Is this something the Tiger Cats can build on?
Absolutely. Energy and emotion-wise, this is going to be an excited locker room who can now move into a slightly long week after coming out of this very short week and start getting ready for Winnipeg to come to Tim Hortons Field. But yes, this is the kind of success that you can build on. Few things stick out in my mind. You had a very difficult time stopping the run tonight, but you have a defense that is a big play-making defense all of a sudden. They haven't done that all year. They haven't taken the ball away very much. They haven't been able to make those game-changing plays and make those in those moments that matter the most. Tonight they did, and if you can keep that going while getting back to some of that a stronger run stop, I think you've got a real chance of success. Offensively, they unlocked a big piece tonight, and that was putting the ball in the end zone. Struggled all year with finishing drives with 7 points. Now they've got an offense who's leaving Ottawa familiar with the end zone. A lot of guys making big plays to get down there, and then Taylor Powell making it happen. And like we've already said off the top, I'm excited to watch more Taylor Powell football.
Tiger Cats have now won 4 straight on the road, and they finished the second third of the season at 3-3. There's just a third to go, and they're at 5-7 through 12 games. 27-24, the Tiger Cats win in Ottawa. Tiger Cats postgame with Bubba O'Neill and Andy Fantuz is coming up next. For our producer, Jake Varco, statistician Jeff Girardat, our operator, Michael Steyer, and for Luke Tasker, I'm RJ Broadhead. Thanks for listening to Hamilton Tiger Cats football on the Ticats Audio Network.
Streaming live at listen.ticats.ca. This is the Ticats Audio Network.